Hello everyone. Hello Potato. I see you got first. Congrats.
Pressure that you had been put under when maybe this sequence happened or this was negated. You know exactly that sinking feeling in your stomach of like, oh, I'm gonna lose now.
We're just gonna jump into it.
You never forget that.
I can't do
I
pocket
remember
right
like
now.
a lot of my
Hello.
losses, but I couldn't even tell you how I
Appropriate
won
response.
most of the time. They always stick with you, and you just always learn from it. And that's the best way to get better as a player. And we have some of the best players competing here in the top 16 here on our day 0 at the NAWCQ. And if this match is anything to show what we have more to come,
might lower the
I'm
music
excited. I can't wait. I love watching excellent duelists using like the top
Hopefully
decks.
it's not.
And the World Qualifying Point Playoff is.
Dude,
I was
getting rage baited by the
I wish we
fucking.
had some more rounds,
I didn't realize
but we do
Pac was
have
on screen.
our winner
Pac was on screen, and all the chat could do. Hey, General Toasty, is a bit louder than me.
He looked like a superhero. Y'all see his fit?
Thank you.
Holy cow! I mean, it's a
Only-
shit bomb, but y'all see his fit though, right? Sheesh.
Hello, General Toasty. Welcome, welcome.
He got pink eye. He was eating ass. All right.
Anyway, we're turning off the comments. This shit is easy rage bait. If I'm running out of things to talk about, all I have to do is get mad at these comments. Like, number one, Pac was on screen. All they could do is bring up the spreadsheet. 5,000 jokes about the fucking spreadsheet. I don't give a shit. Shut your ass up. No pocket because my phone is fucking dead. Let me know if the audio is fine. Mic check. Actually, regular talking check. So John Wilkin, I think he's like, oh yeah, I was gonna say he's a Canadian. I find him interesting because on Twitter, he comments on American politics all the time. Nothing wrong with that. But I see him post more about that than Yu-Gi-Oh. But I guess it's just like a personal account. I mean, if you see my Twitter is literally just random shit that happens. I no longer use it to announce my streams. I don't know. It feels, unless I do that automatically, unless that's automated for me, it's like annoying. Mitsurugi? What did you make? White binder? Oh, okay. You already got. Oh, this is Cryptor. Okay.
Take 18.
Speaking of, I'm gonna bring up Pac one more time. I remember that famous tweet he posted. He did. It just jogged my memory. He did say if you play this card, you are lost. Though that wasn't true because there was like a lot of other good players who did play this card. So it was like that tweet was in bad taste, despite being a joke. Very bad taste.
What do you have? 62. Sure.
So I don't know the TCG combos. From what I remember from the pack spreadsheet,
Sure.
most of the mouse lines without.
Yeah.
I think they're without Link Decoder.
When you
They go into Splash Mage early.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
So you have to either end on Allied Code or what's called Topological Bomber. So I remember Bomber was a concession versus Chaos Ledger. What's the issue with packet spreadsheets? Nothing. Okay, my personal take is like the spreadsheets, there's nothing wrong with them. If you buy them, you buy them.
So apparently it turns out that we were on the broadcast and apparently we didn't have the audio for that. So we are so sorry for asking that question.
I didn't care. The problem was Pac's behavior. Basically, he sells spreadsheets.
Have to say.
Here.
It's going to be so much fun. We just got done watching a beautiful match between Clifton.
He sells spreadsheets
Amazing gameplay.
right before an event. Apparently there was some changes. Would you buy the Sun spreadsheet? Hell yeah, bruh. $100 spreadsheet? Learn the normal Sun Packy Shuffle? Of course. What a bargain.
let's take a look at a bracket update.
But basically, he made a call, you know, a meta call that wasn't reflected in the spreadsheet. So I believe it was to cut GWC, the trap, which is like whatever. I don't think anyone would like. Maybe he could have mentioned it, like, oh, you can do that. The thing that was egregious to me was not including combos that involved topological bomber. It was very obvious to me that topological bomber was not talked about before. It was like to me it was like a secret tech. Like cutting GWC to me was like cutting multiplication in mathmech. Like, okay, you cut multiplication, cool. There are other people there are other players who didn't even cut it in the first place. So, and because they didn't want to, and they actually did well. So, to me, I don't think it's a topologic bomber. That bomber is a field bomber. Yes. Topological bomber, because there's actually really specific combos. Like I didn't see. Maybe there was some like YouTube channel or something that talked about it. But the topological bombers are very, very specific. He even mentioned. So okay, so this is what happened. But Pac's behavior is basically he went on Twitter because you know like if you play Dotscaper you're behind. I don't know if you heard that. Because that's mostly a TCG line that so Pac did a riff on that again because he started the if you play Dotscaper you're behind me. He was like, if you don't play bomber, if you play GWC, you're behind. If you play allied code talker, you are lost. I heard that in new map levels with diameter. Okay. okay. That's where the meme comes from. So Pac tweets that. It's not obvious it's a joke. I mean, he says it's a joke, which is fine, whatever. But because I think most people would have moved on. But someone who bought a spreadsheet was like, hey, that's not a good look. I bought your spreadsheet and you made it sound like I look stupid for buying the spreadsheet, which is perfectly valid. And probably the only way we would have had community backlash in the first place. Like I'm 90% sure Genmu was in last stream. She pointed out like if you have enough of a following, people would just follow what you say and not care. It took this one guy to basically purchase a spreadsheet to basically call out that behavior. And then it became like I mean, like then it started to blow up on Pac, and then he fucking it was a tone of joke. Yeah, exactly. He should not have said that. I don't care if it was a joke. You should not have said that. Shut your ass up. But yeah, so that's it. That's what happened. So now, like, whenever Pac is on screen, I don't know if Pac won last. Whenever Pac is on screen, hold on, show chat. This chat will non-stop bring up spreadsheets. This is like, oh, I made this comment up. This was someone in my chat yesterday, who's like, instead of selling spreadsheets, you should spread your cheeks or something like that. That's the type of jokes we're on every time Pac is on screen. So, but yeah, that is the spreadsheet. Like Josh Stan. I never watched live Yu-Gi-Oh. It's not very interesting. I'll be honest. There's a reason why people don't watch it. Josh can stream it because he's Josh. You know, he actually goes to events and stuff, and he has a good following. You know, Yu-Gi-Oh community so thirsty for drama. We thirsty, bro. Nothing happens. We gotta. The only reason why I'm doing this, well, some chatters asked me to. I have some free time. I actually have like 3 hours basically of free time. I was gonna play Pocket too, and this is like a good excuse to watch something while playing Pocket. But my phone is dead, so I'm just I have my finger up my ass. Well, I'm eating right now, so we need someone trying to slide a hand to the top and get caught type shit. Dude, that happened a lot in remote duels. Not a lot. It happened frequently enough for people to question the authenticity of the remote duels top, because you can get away with that stuff. And I think at least one person has been caught.
If your logos ended with a flight to Paris, it'd be a different Saturday. I'll tell you that much.
Very packed house for sure, but
I don't recognize these players.
Just about ready to go here.
James McAvoy.
Again, you know, it's weird because
I might recognize Mario.
feels just a little different.
Why did I get auto mod? Okay, let me rescue you. There you go. Yeah, auto mod doesn't know you just quoting.
Yeah, it has led to this. Like, you probably thought to yourself, oh yeah, I'll go to as many events as possible, do as well as I can, and then maybe I'll get here. But now you're in that future, you're in that reality, you're here, you're doing it. And if you're James and if you're
I lied about IRL Yu-Gi-Oh. What do you mean? What do you mean?
I think North America would be proud to have either of these two duelists representing them, but only one can advance in this single elimination round as we continue our WQP.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting too to see, like I said, the match when the match is gonna shake out. I always think of Mitsurugi.
There's something to duelist getting into character.
In the
Oh wait,
he was just basically
that actually sounds entertaining.
in that first round.
That actually sounds entertaining. Just like the Roblox guy.
But I haven't really
The Roblox reenactment was like, activate pot agree to draw 3 additional cards. That's not how it works, Yugi. That's what it do, Joey. That's just hilarious. One dude dresses like Kaiba? Oh my god. I'm not surprised they're on TikTok. Yeah, it sounds way more entertaining than this. This is like basically hand shuffling. Like people shuffling their hand, putting down cards, going, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, I'll try to keep up. Mitsurugi Ryzeal. I have no idea what this deck. Like, I've read Mitsurugi cards. I've read Mitsurugi Habakiri. That card is fucking nuts. That card is insane. They stream it live? Oh, okay, that's cool. Okay, I didn't realize it was okay. I didn't realize it was live. That's so funny. That sounds like something one of my friends. He works at Disneyland. He has like a pretty good like Disneyland. I don't know. He's like either a social media manager for there. I haven't talked to him in a while. But he's like a social media manager at least, and probably some type of manager at the park. It sounds like something that friend would do for TikTok. Shadalls and Heroes, let's go. Called by on Purulia, let's go. Automat Ryzeal. This is new. This is a new deck. All the Yuma cards, if you watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, all the Yuma cards came out in TCG. I really want them to come in Master Duel soon. There's just retrain of iconic Yuma cards, but they're very strong. If you think Circular is bad, bro, look up Dodo. I forgot Dodo. Is it not Dodo Driver? Yeah, this fucking guy. Dodo Warrior. This card is fucking Circular on crack. Modern combo on a dual disc? Hell nah. That takes forever. Holy shit. That's insane. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, fuck. I've already hello Cryogenic Era. You're doing a little watch party. I already clowned the Yu-Gi-Oh anime for mimicking when Brain started mimicking like quote unquote modern combos. I fell asleep, bro. How's the day been? It just started. I like woke up like 2 hours ago. I said I would be early. But I spent a lot of time yapping. One of my good friends, Genmu Kumotori, she streams Yu-Gi-Oh! And among other things. She came into chat and we got fucking. I was supposed to stop like a couple hours earlier, but then she came into chat or something, and then I think we got rage baited into drama or something. So we just started reacting to stuff. I know about our Ryzeal and Yummy, and even that's not very much. That's a good amount. I mean, Ryzeal's good. Yummy, those are good archetypes to look forward to. I actually think Yummy will do pretty well in Master Duel. But I actually need to read the rest of the Yummy cards. But they seem very good. They're like combo swap, if you're into that. The art is so fucking cute, yeah. But yeah, I was supposed to wake up 2 hours earlier or so, or like, and stream this when it started, but I'm not gonna blame Genmu. It was actually really fun. But it could have been a Discord call. I'm not gonna lie. It could have been. And yeah, we're getting rage baited by drama. So I was up. Wow, Baguska. Oh, it's because of Droll. Wow, that's so great. Oh, this is epic.
I think that's a perfect option here.
I'm now. You just finished Gladiator Beast? Let's go. Gladiator Beast sound pretty cool. I didn't get a chance to pull them. I break for cleaning, so I'm redoing floors and want to paint them. Oh fuck. It looks like hella work. My floors are fucked up because of the moisture. So I have some. They're wooden floors, and they're not even like wood. It's like a veneer, and because of the moisture, from like the humidity and the heat, they're starting to like form pockets underneath. It'll be weird. Let's go. Painting sounds fun though.
And there we see the Gagaga Gambara Knight coming
No.
revealing a Gagaga monster from the extra deck that is Gagaga Girl.
Okay, what the fuck happened? Did he just pass back?
Basically acts as like a ultimate searcher for the entire
This is so riveting. Oh my god. Baguska pass. Droll, Baguska pass. Pass back.
Yeah, and there's so many options there, so we'll see if that comes up later in the duel.
So this will not be able to.
Is this second Droll?
Option to use one of two effects. Either he can switch something from.
All right, James McAvoy, you got this. I mean, it's hard to. It's very hard to engage. I feel like I don't blame people for like doing watch parties because right now Josh is streaming this. So shout out Josh. But I feel like if Josh didn't stream it, I would never look at this because I have to like if I wasn't in, like talking to chat either and like trying to transcribe what I'm seeing, I wouldn't be paying attention either. Can we get some Subway Surfer gameplay? I could probably set something up like that. I mean, I was gonna do Pocket.
We do know that James has another copy of Draw on Lockbird, so he's probably trying his best not to play into
Yeah.
that if he can, and really save.
I think my phone has charged enough. It's been like.
Could be an important thing to think about.
Yeah.
People just asking questions about how the Bancho got played. It was special off the Gunbar Knight's effect. It's all one effect to reveal itself, reveal a Gagaga.
Zubaba Bancho, Gagaga. Was it Do coat? Gagaga coat or something like that?
Well, Duelist Advance was only legal as of last.
No, this is Zubaba Bancho Gagaga coat. It's like Do. I forgot. Oh, short attention. Oh, okay. Every time, because my setup when I play Pokemon Pocket is like Master Duel in the background. Master Duel in the background, Master Duel replays, like the infinite replays plus Pocket. And like that's actually I get that so much, like the what's it called, the Subway Surfers thing, that I thought it was a serious request.
So kind of a rough start there for James. Doesn't mean he's down and out, but
Okay, that was epic gameplay. It was literally
that triple tactics.
This guy got floodgated by his roll, by James's roll. Then Mario sets up a Baguska. I don't know if James bricked or he couldn't deal with the Baguska, but he passes back, and then this guy just combo slops and.
47 minutes left on
And be alright now. That's cool. Is it cause of malice or
most of the options you would have to combat Ryzeal.
if I remember, you were playing Malice earlier, and you were just like working towards like you had some like interesting Malice builds to deal with Lancia. I think if you raw doggy Lancia, it's probably less fun. So I imagine you're just
oh no, we lost a bunch of Ryzeal named cards. What are we going to replace them with? Well, some of the silliest names.
Full gas battles. Oh my god.
Normally you see Ryzeal sort of supplemented with things like Mitsurugi, things that aren't Xyz archetypes because Ryzeal's so
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
any extra help. But ever since
What do you make under Lancia if you do run into it?
He kind of got cut down. Pure Ryzeal has been really hard to make work. So having something like Automat not only be that extra extension you need to increase your power ceiling, but also be a boost to your consistency is pretty cool.
I'm playing. Indeed. We're playing under.
Round of our single elimination top 16 here. So obviously
There-
it works so far. They haven't made any bad choices.
SP
Make some decent side deck options here work.
Apo Nightmare Phoenix. Okay, I'm assuming that's Nightmare Phoenix totally with Apo.
If you're James side, it's that you didn't really get to see Mario play with most of his automat stuff. Yes, you saw what,
Okay.
what the cards did, but
Sometimes Apple can solo.
Summon Duo Drive. He didn't do any like
Okay.
non-Ryziel shenanigans really. So it's kind of hard for you to play into any.
Gotcha. So, hey, I'll be right back. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna get a spoon for my yogurt.
Deck that you and I know about, but people at home and James do not know about.
Definitely some surprises. Now, they were sitting relatively close to one another, so maybe he did get to peek over the shoulder, be like, oh, no, okay, I know what I'm going to do against that. But I guess we'll have to find out here shortly. I think you're right, though, that we really didn't see any game plan. So it's very wide open what Mario intends to do. Game state where he's not sort of
I'll never forgive Genmu for
And you know, to be fair as well, only Mario
for saying my opinion is validated for liking Sun and Moon.
because we saw the Hobbit Kiri off
I fucking love the Sun and Moon OST. The trailer for Sun and Moon when it came out, like, actually genuinely made me cry. Like, I was like, the OST was so good for that. So since then, it's, I never got to play Sun and Moon. I played like Ultra Sun and Moon, and I was like bored as hell because it was literally the same game. I was like, fuck. This sucks. This sucks to replay a year later.
Very different vibe when you are just a few rounds, 2 duels away from the Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship. It's a dream for many duelists. And for some
Bring back the 2-year cycle, please, so I can forget about what happened. It wasn't like the same exact game, but the story beats were pretty similar. They added like one or two extra cutscenes with Colress and whatever the Necrozma, I don't know, whatever the legendary. But I really like the OST. It's so good. Like, this is the Ultra Beast theme. It's very, very unique. But anyway, I bring up Genmu because she said I was trying to find things. I bring her up. I'm gonna bring her up a lot because she's like a really good friend. Yeah, Necrozma's cool. Yeah, Necrozma's cool. The shice that burns the sky. But yeah, I bring up Genmu a lot because she's a good friend. But she's super opinionated and like, which is not a bad thing. I generally like what's it called?
Quick look at the hand there. Didn't get a great look, but we are going to go for Amino Habakiri and Mitsurugi.
She didn't like that, I said. Actually, no, I'll keep this one to myself. But the point is, guess who's here? Hello, Sankage. Is it Adoro? Who else? Who did you bring? Oh, it's the Habakiri. This card's fucking insane. This card's disgusting. It's like a ritual that reveals itself in hand or something, and then special summons a Mitsurugi from your deck. They made sure to make it once per duel though. Once per duel though. Nah, me? Oh, okay. Your Doro's a welcome. Oh yeah, they made sure that Habakiri's once per duel, as if it resolving was an already game. Prove. Okay, you brought the Doros. Okay. You brought Doro Star, Diabell Star. I mean, Artesia Doro and Chessie. Okay.
Yeah, this is all standard stuff here. And speaking, I'm not using your normal stuff. We haven't done that yet either. On the Mitsurugi,
But yeah,
all this has been
I don't know. Once they put it once per duel on something, I'm like, oh my god. They basically told me it's probably gonna be broken. Not all once per duel effects are, but.
We see the trap card.
Really interesting. Okay, so we were wondering what kind of neat stuff that these duels would be pulling out.
Speaking of neat stuff, there we see that Star Ryziel again coming down as our normal summon.
But it wasn't special summons.
I love
set from the Ryziel.
I love Peach Yogurt. Are you joining NAWCQ? Nah, I'm sitting on my ass.
I saw Mario reach for his hand. Does he have something?
No, the duo drive will resolve, and we will get 2 searches for Ryziel.
I need to bookmark this. All right, duo drive.
there we see Sword coming down. That'll be the extra bit of extension that James needs to keep going after this, as well as the Cross, and that'll be the protection he needs once he gets his next XZ's monster online.
Only had a few summons there, but we don't have a material underneath Ryzeal Duo Drive to use Ryzeal Cross to negate Meteor the final beings. That's going to be a little difficult.
Yeah, importantly, we did not have one in the graveyard to attach with Duo Drive, so we are one material short here to get the full
Meet me
protection.
at the
That's why we see James not putting the Cross down
Apatu.
until he, has something to attach with anyway.
Ryzeal, very powerful, has some new options out of Duelist Advance. None of them relevant here, but again, it's nice to see that this card is still doing numbers for all those Ryzeal fans.
So we see X being special from the hand, going to be sending from extra to the graveyard Duo Drive.
Interesting, I guess just to have another material.
Yeah, it's just always good to have as many names as possible in the yard if you can. So there we see the Cross. Before we go to our XZ summon, nothing here. And then we see the ever-faithful.
Damn, that's rough.
summon into-
Dual drive.
Man,
It's got to be Detonator.
the legend
R.I.P.
robot. There it is. Ryzeal Detonator.
The homie detonator? Nah.
We're attaching the Habakiri. That's cool.
What does Appa 2 mean? Yeah, it's apartment. I think it's Korean for apartment.
Draw a card, little mini pot of avarice for those watching at home.
Or like a very inexpensive jar of fruit. Or jar of
There's like a whole like drinking game with it. I don't know what that is, to be honest, but
Copy of Habakiri.
And because these are Kusanagi,
wait, really? Yeah, it really means apartment. Wait, did you not know? Oh my god, bro was like, let me help out a fellow community member. Let me come in clutch for this translation. And
Mario's facing down. Of course, you have the three
oh my god.
the ability to protect with Detonator as
You
well.
randomly said that?
Kumo's effect in
Well, I
order
mean,
to
it says meet me in the Appa too, so I feel like you can like,
see one more card out of your hand.
you had a good
Across the board.
guess.
The prices are a little different. And then purification.
Wait, should I? Oh, wait, hold on. Why is the fucking?
don't forget the Raigeki-like effect of Murakumo too.
That's. I don't think this is 1080 HP. The bitrate looks weird.
Oh, but he would because
No.
of his
I guess it
attack.
is.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's prayers. Or he
Oh,
has an
no.
idea that it could be prayers.
The bitrate's weird. Is it just me?
Gonna use X as chain link 1 and link 1. And
Okay, the
Mira's
bitrate's
activated
worse.
to
Holy shit.
To negate. We're gonna
Okay, maybe it's just
Yeah, so we're chaining.
There's some artifacting going on here.
And then we're gonna cross the X on resolution.
That's quite high as the Konami bitrate. Yeah, I think it might be the streaming bitrate on Konami's end, or something like that.
but if the Mirrorlogic
Is Abba is like a Japanese word for good luck? Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know that.
Shiny, but with materials doesn't do much.
Exactly. So we basically forced it out, but there we see Do Warrior coming down again, gonna be.
I mean, I'll trust what she says in an interview.
Deck to the grave to summon it out and make it a level 4.
Nah, she's wrong,
You're
bro.
definitely right. We talked earlier about like, what are you getting different out of all these Onomot cards? So
This card's
Ryzeal
fucking
doesn't
insane.
necessarily choke points, but there's so much
No more.
options.
I don't want to hear anything about circular. Okay, this card is fucking insane. This is literally.
But with the
Well, I mean, this guy is kind of an annoying brick, but
you do get those extra extension without having to burn up the normal summon just yet. So I think
But this literally can send itself. Imagine. Okay, it doesn't make it broken, but
that's kind of like
it's only balanced out because of the Xyz lock.
Essentially, it's like how this deck.
What it do? Basically, Dododo Warrior sends a Dododo monster from the deck to special summon itself, and then it's a rank 4 lock. And then whatever you send, special summon itself from the graveyard, just like Sigma.
Huge fan.
Can you give us your wisdom about
glad
TCG?
that
I don't
you're
know.
Understanding how powerful this card is. You know, I've had so
And
many experiences where you're able.
Circular is worse. Read X. Oh yeah. X is really good too. X is insane. Yeah, Ryzeal X exists now.
Prayers tributing to Murakumo, which will do a whole.
There's no attack lock or anything on this guy. You just get a rank 4. There's no Cyber's lock.
Still tributed with the Murakumo.
Read new Mitsurugi guy. Habakiri.
Trigger.
Oh, I don't want to read them all. Maybe there's downtime.
Yeah, so we're just summoning the Kusanagi to.
Yeah, Habakiri. That's the reveal in hand, summon a Mitsurugi from your deck. Once per duel, by the way.
Purple Raining.
Yeah, to send the aggregator. There's another card you can send. Like being able, that's like a rank 5 you can send that can pop set cards. So like X can beat back row.
Again, I have no guesses because we're still, there's a
You can play Super
possibility
Factorio. Yeah, you can. You can.
established board. James
I'm just gonna say, if you have Detonator out, you probably don't need Super Factorial. But
we're gonna be removing
yes.
the Gaga Girl. But are we going to use the effect to summon or the effect to switch battle position?
Actually, the 1 per duel effect seems fair. But I think you're gambling though, because that's like a 1-for-1, and they have 5 other cards in hand, and they just keep doing what they want. Like, yeah, you can ask that, but like they didn't commit anything. They literally just said, "All right, I'm gonna breathe, reveal a card and breathe."
That's another 2 materials, and so I think that's what James is thinking about. Is like, let's use
Need is different than want. Okay, yeah. Okay, if you want to, you can do it. You can do it, all right? You can set up Super Factorial. Unironically, you can do it. There's nothing locking you out of Alumbration.
Imagine you drop this Ice Rise Seal right now. Yes.
I mean, of all
Oh, never mind.
Only that game or all games? Just that game. It's just that game.
Not playing any fan favorites.
Imagine if it was 1 per duel for like, that would have been interesting actually. You got top 10? Congrats, Asakage. Congrats. Top 10 ain't easy in this. I saw Pac and Ryan in top 10 flexing that they're playing Malice without Lancia. I'm not sure if that's like a crazy flex, to be honest, because I imagine the top 10 meta. There's fucking Sace Core #1. I think you can afford to not play Lancia in top 10. Once for the whole tourney is crazy. That ain't flex. Yeah, I think like I feel like it's not. Like it's just like, okay, you're probably running into Sace Core, so you cut Lancia. Fucking Sace Core. Oh my god. I don't know. Maybe I'm yapping, but I just like, it's just so weird to bring up. Like, if I have to, you have to? Oh yeah. Maybe they were talking for the entire climb, like, oh, I did this versus pure skill alone or something like that. That's the vibe I get. Like, oh yeah, if you play Lance, you're behind. But like, but that's just like anything to do with Pac now. Hey Turfo, Orm, yeah, Orm. Dude, I love how 19 is bad for the most, I just cut it. That's what mouse players would say. That's what most mouse players would say. Malice Psyop. To get everyone to come. That's the interesting part. The reason, like, people maining Lancia should discourage Malice, but if you perform a Psyop to get everyone cuts Lancia, we're back, baby. America versus Canada? Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know James McAvoy. I actually don't know who this is, so I'm calling him James McAvoy. So I'm not necessarily, I don't have like a, I don't have any like, Memento Snake Eyes pen BV. Like penned as in Ryuge or like literally penned? Like literally, I activate the scales and pendulum summon. Or is it the ritual pendulum? Isn't that actor that played? Yes, that's James McAvoy. He's not even American either. He's British. Draco Slayer. Oh, that is penned. Oh, it's Sace Core. Oh, it's. Oh, you're talking about. Oh, they're not all one deck. You're talking about different. Your meta. You're facing Memento, comma Snake Eyes, comma Sace Core, comma Voiceless. He Draco slayed you? Yeah, okay. This guy is playing Mitsurugi Raizel. Mitsurugi right now isn't in the OCG or Master Duel yet. It's like a ritual reptile archetype. Everyone knows the broken card, Habakiri, which is like a ritual that reveals itself to summon a Mitsurugi from the deck. What is Sace Core? Sace Core is a very... Okay, I can show you. This guy is playing Onomat Raizel. I'll show you in a bit. Onomat Raizel. And that's the... If you watch Zexal, Onomats are like the Yuma cards. And they're like rank 4 oriented. You probably heard about Raizel, which is just like a rank 4 deck. This is Sace Core. Sace Core is a OCG player that plays Pendulum. what's called?
Sneaks under the radar. But it is true that
Yeah, I was watching some Alice in Borderland videos. Just this character aura farms the whole fucking show. He has like one game so far. Say score.
It's just one of those decks.
I'm just gonna type him. Say
Say
score.
We'll see what happens here in the game 3.
This is all he does. This is all. Look at this. Royal ass pendulums.
As they draw their opening hands.
Is that on your page? Yeah. That's,
Top 4.
name my endgame.
Either this game or
Yeah.
the next
Yeah. That's the player. Yeah.
in the World Finals.
Yeah. Say score is just the pendulum guy.
Your move, Mario. Let's see what you
Yeah.
got.
That's me.
Straight into main phase here. We're gonna
I'd be plugging myself on my own channel.
It's a really nice thing you can play in these more rank 4 oriented styles of decks. Like I said, we have the number C104, number 1.
Oh yeah, I need to pick up these.
There we see the
These
Now, we don't
because these are UR in fucking Master
That
Duel.
almost is a nice trade because you don't
Another Panetti. Yeah. He's number 1 in Master Duel, I think, right now, in top 10 rated,
sort of sculpt your hands.
which is just
There's
like
gotta be some power in
so
there
funny.
somewhere. So Mario taking a look there, thinking about what he's gonna do with this remaining 4 cards.
And in the age-old story of like, if you're playing against Pure, maybe stopping that's not the best. But because we're playing
thrust. Okay, what are we thrusting for? Please don't be Harpy's Featherstorm.
Trap card? What kind of card would it be?
I'm so sick.
Format, especially for this
Whenever
deck.
thrust in the TCG format is disgusting.
Perhaps you're doing something as easy as Dimensional Barrier. Call Ritual, call
yeah,
Seeds.
like when you know you're going first, this could be like a side deck inclusion for Mario that we're seeing right now.
Yeah, D barrier.
Literally anything. And then it.
Very problematic in the side deck. Very problematic side deck.
Digger Trap Hole. So he's running Plasma. Yeah,
Gravedigger's track. Oh, I guess it's to counter Habakiri.
Sussing out a Rafflesia, the trap tricks Rafflesia. He hasn't shown it, but it feels like, but that's so powerful.
Royal is a servant, and I don't even like the deck.
They've already used it once per duel, so that's it.
Yeah.
Habakiri is, I think, the big thing for that.
Congrats though. 2 Royals is impressive.
Burning for 2,000 is also really good. Great effect. That's it, though. He's going to slow down. All right.
Yeah, I was mentioning earlier that usually when a non-pure Ryzeal deck opens with tax.
All right, prayers. This is prayers in draw phase. I heard this card is insane. I think it's like the one way you beat Droll.
Prayers discarding the Habakiri. James knows this card's not doing anything. Let's just get rid of it right now because if I try
Pretty
to-
cool, but very hard. Yeah, I can only say I have familiarity with those cards, but I haven't played like the Draco Slayer looping Ignis or Prominence. I haven't actually done that repeatedly. I know you have to use like the.
So here we see the effect of Habakiri.
You loop it with. I don't know if Say Score uses the Atlantis, but
And then Habakiri
you definitely loop it with the that one pen card that revives a Dragon Synchro, Xyz or Pendulum or whatever.
get access to that spell card one way or the other. And because he's
Yeah, this is draw phase prayers. That's insane. What the fuck?
rather than summoning from the deck.
All right, we finally hit the main phase, even though so many cards have been played. Going to activate beautiful copy of this Ruby Ritual there, and here comes.
Oh my god, this guy got his ass. Is getting his ass beat.
Kusanagi and Saji, if I had to guess.
Who he did quick? Yeah. All the package. You can activate it in draw phase.
Wow. Not everybody runs it, but man, is it good.
Ooh, we're about to see, I believe, what the kids call a pop-off right now with Ron James' side. Because
Okay, I'm pretty sure this Gravedigger's Travel is doing nothing. All he has to do.
if it had any more Charmies, you couldn't use it. Burning crits, Kusanagi chilling too. Next Serpent summon itself.
I'm surprised he didn't have a play.
Doesn't seem like we have
Ashing 7 Tachyon was enough, I guess.
Over his hand. Maybe he does have something that's just out of cam reveal.
He's been like Ghost Spell maybe? I'm not sure what he's waiting on here because I'm not sure what else would stop a Chain Link 2 Kusanagi.
All right, Night Sword Serpent.
Next Serpent.
I believe he did, yeah, and it looks like we're gonna, just Xyz and a Ryzeal duo drive.
Back to detach here.
Also, like Gravedigger's Trapple doesn't stop Ryzeal cards because they're like Sprite when they summon. Like they don't activate in hand; they just summon just like the Sprite monsters.
They always ask yourselves, what's in my opponent's hand? You know, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. What are they letting me do? What are they not letting me do? I think James has a very strong read now that Mario's hand is really weak. It's quite full of like a lot of interesting side deck options, or you know, one-ups for Onomats or one-ups for the Ryzeal engine that just aren't doing anything without any of their cards. And so he just feels fully free just to pop off from here because besides Nibiru, I don't think he's afraid of anything right now.
looks like we are going to go ahead and do Ice Ryzeal special, and that's GG!
Because Star Ryzeal gets cross.
That was epic.
Protects everything, and Mario's hand is not strong enough, and then we'll have the damage.
That was super
That's
epic.
all she wrote then for Mario, but James just doing an excellent job communicating clearly and just devastating through, showing that.
E. I'm surprised you're awake around this time.
Versus, of course, the
Hello, please.
So I don't know if that's gonna make people high five in the sky a little less, but still,
The
if the sky is cloudy, it may be kind of difficult. And the sky's always cloudy when Mitsurugi Ryzeal is around.
the goat just posted.
Always impressed.
All right, what is this?
Deck play. It's one of the most amazing TCG archetypes ever released in my era of playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh my god.
I just love seeing it perform well. Even though I'm a big Zexal fan, if anything.
Oh my god.
That's fair. I mean, certainly if you're a Ryzeal fan, the Ryzeal.
Should the TCG adopt OCG rarities? Yeah, this is a common talking point. Oh my god. Do we take a look at this because after
And obviously Clifton was running some of that too, so I think that don't worry, Zexal fans, you'll have your day, you'll have your moment.
Yeah, I think it just speaks to like once you have like a deck of.
Isn't this match over? I think it's 2-1 for. Isn't it obvious? Yes. I think the situation is probably more complicated than people make it out to be.
That's not enough.
That's not enough.
I guess I think what people do is conflate that it would be cheaper or whatever. But I get the sense there's a bit of tourism when people state that. Because as far as I know, should cards be cheaper? That should be like yes. That's the. Hey KBJ. Oh fuck! It's KBJ. Yeah, yummy. Oh fuck! It's KBJ. Welcome Raiders. Welcome Kabaja. Subaba Bancho. True. Why can't I follow? Orm. You're welcome to follow. I'm not sure why. I didn't do anything.
Why wouldn't you have great experiences? So Mario may make it soon.
Oh yeah, that's something interesting too about this top 16.
Subaba Bancho.
They've been seeing each other on the circuit all year long. They probably even
Za? Whatever. Za's. You don't need to put Za.
their friends and they have to like
Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it, KBJ. How was your stream?
dichotomy of, you know, emotions, storylines. and
How was Scrandle?
that I think we're lucky to be a part of.
It really is.
Why can't I unfollow? Magic, you're here forever. Unfortunately,
French copies of cards, but it'd be nicer to be the one asking your friends.
I click on the button, nothing happened. It's okay. It's okay. Maybe another time. Come pizza.
Goodness, this is one of those things where
Okay. Why did you get automated for that?
and this is just a warm-up. We have 9 rounds of Swiss tomorrow for the WCQ and everything else beyond that. Like, this is day 0. It's not even day 1 yet.
I did feel a little bit of a heart murmur, you know, going, oh my god, this is a single elimination round that we're doing. It's the first round I'm casting today. Insane.
I go, KBJ and KBJ sound so different now.
Cast to my boy Stephen King.
Alright, you can't have that. KBJ, you got automated for that. Let's go. James McAvoy did it.
Congratulations on the win, James.
Sorry to break the news.
I want to start off by talking about
You're
your
no
deck.
longer
You
sick.
decided to pile up here because you're still
Oh,
on
God.
Mitsurugi.
Oh my god.
The big question coming into the event, is this deck still viable? What made you want to choose this one?
For me, I just really like the going second ability. If you open a good hand, you could track forward.
I get automated for with Gumby. Don't worry, KBJ got automated just now for a good reason.
And speaking of what you've been doing for the past 2 months, before coming up,
All right, I love Kangas. This guy's my favorite bald person after Northern Line.
to qualify for this playoff. So I want to give you some time to reflect on the past year's work because you put a lot of effort into this points playoffs.
Yeah, I've been just playing constantly. I had to just play two YCSs and a bunch of regionals to get here.
So did you feel like that benefited you just putting all that time?
I'm telling you right, he isn't your favorite bald person. Oh my god.
I think just playing so much, it just allowed me to get in motion.
And we could see that on stage. It really felt like you knew the combos and how you wanted to approach that game.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. It was literally get floodgated and maybe I'm yapping, but
So I want to talk about that.
one of them got drolled, then got Baguska, and then couldn't deal with the Baguska, and then the other guy OTK'd.
Work has just paid off.
And again, a lot of work put into that. Congratulations,
All right.
James, on the feature match win. Best of luck going into your next match. Send back to the casters.
Do we watch the Do you? Okay, I'm asking this like it's a question, but when people cheer when someone flips skill drain, or
With the recent release of Duelist Advanced, there's been a growing concern in the TCG that boxes are consistently unable to retain MSRP pricing, and it is primarily because the sets are far too bad to open. It's a dilemma that's incredibly difficult to solve because preserving the interests of both the players by making cards affordable and the interests of local game stores by making product valuable appear to be zero-sum. As a result, the TCG adopting OCG rarities is a discussion that comes up frequently and is often considered one of the leading ways to fix the issue of card prices. I think if the TCG adopted both OCG rarities and ratios and the game did not die soon after, it would be better for the game's longevity overall. However, it is unfortunately an unsustainable model for Yu-Gi-Oh! In the West, and stores would be unable to survive the transition. The main reason is that there aren't enough casual players or collectors in the West, and as a result, there aren't enough players who will buy products at a consistent and significant loss. I think this opinion has a lot of pushback, mainly because Western players do not know exactly how inexpensive cards are.
Can you please make the video 1,000 times trying to listen for 4,000? Oh shit, I forgot it. I turned it down. All right, we're going back. Thank you, Acetone. Orm. Thank you. Okay.
With the recent release of Duelist Advanced, there's been a growing concern in the TCG that boxes are consistently
Back to work.
unable
See
to
ya.
retain
All right. See ya,
MSRP pricing,
General
and it is
Toasty.
primarily because the sets are far too bad to open. It's a dilemma that's incredibly difficult to solve because preserving the interests of both the players by making cards affordable and the interests of local game stores by making product valuable appear to be zero-sum. As a result, the TCG adopting OCG rarities is a discussion that comes up frequently and is often considered one of the leading ways to fix the issue of card prices. I think if the TCG adopted both OCG rarities and ratios and the game did not die soon after, it would be better for the game's longevity overall. However, it is unfortunately an unsustainable model for Yu-Gi-Oh! In the West, and stores would be unable to survive the transition. The main reason is that there aren't enough casual.
Just for the record, I'm not a vendor, so I don't actually know. Like, I probably don't know what. I'm probably not gonna know what they're talking about. But I don't know. I'll let him talk, but I don't know if I'm gonna be as easily convinced because I actually don't know like market forces and stuff, and like what drives consumerism in the West. Demographics of who actually buys. Because I heard some interesting things, like when Matt Bell was on podcast, he would mention how these stupid ass Astral packs, I think they were called Astral packs or Star packs. Sorry, I think it's Astral packs actually. Astral packs, Star foil. They were Star foil. They are Star packs. These Star packs sold extremely well, but like the player base, like the ones that are like the mainstream player base, I guess like the people who play Yu-Gi-Oh regularly and go to card shops didn't care for this apparently, but apparently random people who would show up at card shops would drive these sales or something like that, or at wholesale stores. And this is very unintuitive to me. I had no idea that was a thing. Like if he hadn't said anything, I would never have thought this product was like a hit at all. And like I think what Matt Bell said was the anime came out, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal anime came out around the same time as the Star Pack, and it kind of this existed to have like an entry point. Paying on this cashier vendor, you should not be so expensive. What's called? And I was like, okay, so there's actually more things going on behind the scenes. Yeah, why are Kashira, Unicorn, and why are they expensive? Didn't they get reprinted? It's true. Initial sell. We don't know. Okay, he hasn't even started talking. I just interrupted him. Like, no, there hasn't been supporting evidence. Why are we arguing against it right now? But yeah, this was really interesting to me. So I'm just gonna. That's my disclaimer. I don't know everything about like vending or something, and it seems like there's more things going on behind the scenes. Because that product, that Star Pack, got clowned on like publicly, in like the circles. They're still like $10 each. That's fucked up. I remember I was like, wait, have these? Because I think after one of the Megatins, they got reprinted, and then someone mentioned like, oh wait, these are still like $15 or something. I'm like, wait, they didn't get a reprint, and then I looked it up, and I'm like, what the fuck? They did. Fenrir's still at 3 though. I think I have Fenrir's, but I don't know. Let me look at my Vanquish Soul deck. I probably have Fenrir's in that, so I'm probably fine. But yeah.
Players or collectors in the West, and as a result, there aren't enough players who will buy products.
That's fucked up.
I think this opinion has a lot of pushback, mainly because Western players do not know exactly how inexpensive cards are in the OCG. First, we have to go over how current stores get product in the TCG. Stores order sets from distributors about 5 to 6 months before the set is released. This means they have to order sets even before the cards are leaked in OCG, so they have no idea if the set is good or bad. They can make educated guesses.
Oh,
For
okay,
example,
okay.
Duelist Pack.
Jesse has mentioned this before. Jesse says he has to take, he has to basically shoot in the dark. I mean, he pays attention more than the average person to like what's coming on along the horizon, but like, yeah, you have to order like months in advance. And like he's now like, oh, Jesse's just one vendor, okay? He doesn't represent everyone, but he's like the only one who talked about it. So I was like, I'm gonna use him as an example. But yeah, he had to order months in advance. I think like one of the like the Duelist Salamander Duelist pack, he got fucked over because he didn't know the contents, but it was available to purchase, if I believe. And then they didn't do very well in his LGS. Well, actually, he has an online LGS. He doesn't actually have like a game store, like a physical game store. But yeah, he mentioned how it's like he usually takes losses, and he has to set aside like a certain part of his budget for those losses. It's that I remember, but that's not the whole story. We got to get Jesse to talk about it again because it's been a while since he mentioned it.
Are usually bad and deck build packs are typically good, but not only is that not always reliable, but they're also heavily incentivized by distributors to buy every single product. They're not forced to buy every single product, but they will be a lower priority for future releases if they don't end up buying them, which means stores end up having to buy a lot of bad sets. If the product is good, then they can make a lot of money, but that assumes the product has good expected value. If the EV is low on sets, then people will not buy them. We can look back at any bad set in the TCG, whether that be Hero's Revenge, Duels from the Deep, or Duels Nexus. Not only are some of these sets still on shelves today, but even the box price on websites such as TCG Player goes down when a set is bad. You may be thinking, that doesn't make sense because the OCG also gets bad sets, but the dilemma is that the good sets in the OCG would be considered bad sets in the TCG in terms of expected value if they adopted OCG rarities and ratios. So why does any of this matter? What do OCG rarities have to do with the expected value of a set? Well, the reason sets have any expected value is because there are cards that players need and they are not easy to pull. The OCG doesn't have that problem, which means sets from a financial perspective are completely worthless to open. However inexpensive you think our cards are, they're most likely even less than you think. This is a massive problem for the stability of local game stores. I'm going to be using the most recent set, Duelist Advance, as an example, and the prices come from Jihuanshe, which is my country, China's TCG Player equivalent. Prices across the OCG are not always uniform, but I would say in general they tend to be pretty similar. China and Japan usually have almost identical prices, for example. These prices on screen right now were from release day, which means these are the peak prices for the low rarity copies of these cards. The prices displayed on screen are in yuan, but I'll convert them to US dollars because it's easier for most people to convert US to their own currency. I'll go over the ratios first. With Duelist Advance, they changed QC SERs to PSERs, or Starlights as I call them in the TCG. For some reason, the ratios aren't super consistent for the set. So instead of 6 Starlights in a case of 24 boxes, you can sometimes get up to 8. So the ratio tends to be a bit more than 1 in 4 boxes. This got a lot worse because before, the +1 box topper pack you got in the box had 4 QC SERs in a case, and then they took them out of the +1 pack, which means it's about 10 QC SERs per case before, and then you just cut 4 of them. It doesn't matter too much in terms of actual value because the majority of QC SERs were bulk anyways, but it is still a negative. For Ultimates and Secrets, you could expect about 1 per box starting with Infinite Forbidden up to the current day, and then you would pull about 3 Ultra Rares and 6 to 7 Super Rares per box. This seems pretty good until you start to cover the actual value of the individual cards. First, we can cover Starlights. Unless you pull a Striker Starlight, then you don't even get your box back. Think about it like this. Holy Sue is the best non-splashable engine card in the entire game at the moment. It's played at 3 copies in the most popular deck that also has the best results, and even a Starlight copy of this card would not pay for 1 box on release. If your Starlight or QCR does not have any sort of collectability or is not incredibly splashable in multiple different decks such as Dominus Impulse, then it won't pay for your box. Even if you get lucky enough to pull a Starlight, it could easily be one of the bulk $5 to $7 Starlights no one wants. So now we can address cards guaranteed in the box, which are 1 Secret and Ultimate, 3 Ultras, and 6 to 7 Supers. The highest secret in the set is the Art Magia secret, which is about 50 yuan, or about $7, and then the majority of secrets were worth $1 or less. The highest ultimate is Sky Striker Zero at 115 yuan, or about $16.
Imagine pulling Starlight.
This card
It's
is
not Striker, holy Sue.
Pretty much no set in recent times have had an ultimate rare worth this much. Even
No.
Great was less, and that card was a 3 of in almost every deck at the time. The highest value Ultra in the set
I don't
is
think
the Art
Ray
Magia
pulled
Ultra, and it
one.
costs about
It's
18
over
yuan
for
on
him.
release, or $2.50, and then the rest of the Ultras are bulk.
I saw a Gold
The
Leo
highest
for
value Super on
20
release was Holy
euro.
Sue at 12, or $1.67, and then the Art Magia Super is
Let's
similar
go.
value, but the rest are bulk. It's even worse now, a month later. Let's start with the Starlights. The cards that double as collectible and playable cards such as the Striker Starlights are doing well, but let's take another look at Holy Sue. Ignoring the 99 yuan copy, which has 2 puncture damage, the lowest Starlight Holy Sue is 140 yuan, or about $20. For transparency's sake, this copy is not max rarity in China. In China, we have 2 types of Japanese cards, Korean factory printing and Japanese factory printing. We call Korean printing Hong Kong printing, but they're made in Korea, just in case you can read Chinese and you're confused why the listings will say Hong Kong when I'm saying Korean. These differences primarily matter for secrets, starlights, and QCRs. You can think of it as an NA versus EU difference, with NA being the Korean printing and EU being the Japanese printing. There's a slight color difference, with Korean factory being brighter most of the time, and the Japanese cardstock is considered to be higher quality, although I can't tell because both are much higher than the TCG cards. And the foil between the dots and the lines are also flipped. Japanese copies are worth slightly more in China, and I have heard that Korean printing is more expensive in Japan, but I'm not 100% sure if that's true. Since this listing didn't specify, I'm going to assume this means they're referring to Korean printing. The lowest Japanese printing, which would be considered true max ready, is 188 yen, or $26, which is about normal. Usually the difference is about 20%, so max ready Holy Sue is only a bit more than half of the box. Secrets have completely tanked. There's one card worth almost $5, 6 cards between $2 to $4, and the other 13 are under $1. If we look at Ultimates, Zero still retains about $10 of value, but everything else is bulk. For Ultras, only the Art Magia Fusion is about $2, and then everything else is bulk. For Supers, only the Lore Tour Guide is a bit more than $1, and everything else is bulk. If I highball the value from a good Duelist Advance box on release day, let's say you pull the best secret out of 20 secrets, and you have $7. And then you pull the best Ultras and have another $4. And then you get the best Super and add another $2. Let's say you hit the 1 in 4 good Ultimate as well, and you get $16 from the Zero. We are working with $29 of the $42 from the best possible box without the Starlight, and pulling half of the Starlights in the set would still make you lose out. This is not counting fees or any sort of reduction in price that you'll have to have as a secondary market seller. Most of the time, you'll struggle to even get $10 back because 3 and 4 boxes won't pull the Sky Striker Ace Zero, and many older sets didn't even have an expensive Ultimate Rare to pull. And more importantly, these prices tend to depreciate very quickly. By the third day after release, I was already capable of buying a playset of Holy Sue for 9 yen, or a bit more than $1. I'm using release day prices to show the ceiling of a box if you buy one on release and sell to someone very close to the place where you purchase a box, but this is not actually reflective of reality. Prices are much worse than what I'm estimating here. It's not like I'm cherry picking some extremely garbage set either. Duelist Advance is not a great set value-wise, but it's not too different from Alliance Insight and Supreme Darkness. Duelist Advance had a significant meta impact with multiple good decks such as Lunalight, Onomat, Vanquish Soul, or Sky Striker, and even the Art Magia cards are being bought as an investment for future support. Vanquish Soul is the most played deck of the format, widely loved, and is the most winning deck of the format at the moment. Striker is one of the most popular archetypes of all time, and this support makes it meta for the first time in years. Duelist Advance is also the newest set before the World Championship qualifiers. You can check the Asian markets yourself. If I had selected any of the older sets, it would not look much different, except for Rage of the Abyss. But that set had 2 staples played at 3 copies, and even then, you still barely got a third of your box value back if you managed to pull both of them. Most sets in the OCG are as bad as Duelist Advance. Lower rarity cards do not have value in the OCG with few exceptions, and for a box to have solid EV, you need multiple cards with value that you can consistently pull.
Cheap cards would be
So the
nice.
question is, would TCG players buy this product? I don't think they would buy this as much as the current boxes they have in the TCG already. You can say more rarities makes the product more fun to open, but if the value isn't there, then it's hard to imagine they would buy more boxes. They would probably just buy more singles, especially when buying singles online is already so easy. Unless you live in Canada, I guess, but then you have to pray someone on DNK has your cards. Maybe the TCG could just copy the rarities and not the ratios, but that defeats the primary purpose of OCG rarities in my opinion, which is to make the game more affordable. Some people cite Rarity Collection as an example of OCG model working in the TCG. Rarity Collection is not the OCG model. It might have OCG rarities, but those are special sets for us as well. Rarity Collection would be more similar to our Quarter Century Art Collection or Pride and Unity sets. First, pulling 6 QCRs in a box is not the norm. As stated earlier, the QCR ratio was about 1 in 4 boxes, not 6 per box. Second, even if Rarity Collection were a good representation of OCG products, they are not guaranteed to do well, especially if every set were a Rarity Collection. Rarity 1 and 3 did fantastic because those 2 sets were extremely good, but Rarity 2 wasn't very good at first and also had a dip in prices for the sealed boxes. It's not like if you implement OCG rarities, people are just guaranteed to buy the set. You can even say Rarity 2, which was one of the worst Rarity Collections, did well, but that's also because Rarity Collection is not the norm. If every set were Rarity Collection, people will not be mass buying bad sets just for Rarity Collection ratios. Furthermore, Rarity Collection is also heavily skewed toward QCRs. Almost everything under a QCR will not hold much value, which is a big problem because that means that your box value is almost entirely on 6 cards. For every great QCR such as Seals, there's going to be 5 bulk QCRs such as Twin Twisters that can't even return what you paid for 1 pack, and it gets even worse because there's a finite amount of good staples that can be reprinted in the first place. I'm not saying TCG boxes are excellent value, in case that was confusing. It's just that OCG boxes are worse value. You're not supposed to make your money back from boxes or else it wouldn't make any economic sense. EV on TCG boxes is much better than the OCG on average. The only set I can think of that was close to returning your box was maybe Crossover Breaker on release if you managed to buy it for retail, and you also pulled 0 Ryuge cards. In the TCG, if you pull the best meta cards, you can get a large portion of your money back on your box. But in the OCG, it's not a question of if you lose value on your box. It's a question of if you're losing 95% of your money or only 60%. So, if buying boxes is such a terrible financial idea, then why do we buy them? To be honest, I don't have a great answer for this still. The reason I buy a box or multiple boxes of every set is not because I think it is good value. It's a small sample size, but I have some box openings as B-roll on the channel. For example, if you look at the Alliance Insight video, I opened 3 boxes of Quarter Century Art Collection at 350 yuan, or $49 each, and I got about $15 back from 3 boxes. You can say I got killed in those boxes, but I don't think that because this is normal. I have spent thousands on boxes and to this day have never opened a box aside from the deck build sets where I got half of the value of my box back, even with QCRs pulled. I buy a box of every set because I'm essentially willing to donate to Konami every couple of months to support my favorite hobby, but I don't think most players are like me. People still talk about how much value they got from a box, but not really in terms of plussing just by trying to lose less. If I had to guess, I would say there are 3 primary reasons, with the last 2 being a cultural difference. Keep in mind, My experience with the OCG is limited to big cities in East Asia because that is where I have lived. I'm sure if you go to more rural areas, then the situation is different. The first one would be donators, the whales. I'm talking about the people that buy multiple cases at a time. There are massively rich, ultra-wealthy people in every country. Maybe not as many playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In some compared to others, but I can't prove if there's a difference between countries, so I'll treat it as the same for transparency's sake. The other
That's
two
like 4 cases.
The first is that it is normal to buy random products in East Asia at least. I don't know if Southeast Asia is the same because I don't have a friend there to answer my question, but I can say for certain this happens in China, Japan, and South Korea. The West is in general very bad at monetizing this part of human desire. In a previous video, I said people have gamble culture, and I truly misspoke when I said that. It's not gamble culture, it's the normalization of the purchase of random goods. That is distinct from gambling because you always get an item from a franchise you love. Some examples of this would be gachapons or K-pop photo cards, various anime merchandise, and also pop-up shops. The last reason is that TCGs are just mainstream hobbies in East Asia. Local game stores are already extremely rare in TCG regions compared to the OCG. It's not hard to find good players living in areas without a local. When I was living in
this
USA,
would have been a good
there were no
video to
locals
have
within
Gen
a
move.
40-mile radius of me, even though I lived in the city. China in
Like, I don't want to hear what she has to say.
I left China in 2014, but when I was a child,
I'll
we had to
actually
go
just
to
send
two
it to
specific
her,
areas in my
see.
city to play, and now there are locals everywhere. Big cities in East Asia have a very high local density, as in 20 or more locals within
I'll be
a 30-minute
honest,
metro ride.
like,
The plaza I personally go to has over a dozen locals.
I
in
feel
that
like
mall
I'm out
alone,
of my
and to knowledge,
depth.
there is nowhere in the entire West that has that. There are a lot more games such as UA or White Shorts that people play, as opposed to Western countries where they are almost dead.
can I just make it
Because
the
so many
Royals hard to
players
get,
play
but
games in
non-Royals
general,
easier?
it's possible to collect players from other games, especially considering
Yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a top three most
I
popular
don't know
TCG
why.
consistently.
I don't know why.
And this becomes immediately obvious if you've ever attended an OCG release day. I work Saturday, so I can't get to locals early, which means I never have anywhere to sit. By the time I get to locals, dozens of locals are too full for me to sit down because there are so many players on new pack release date. So I have to backseat my friends' games instead of playing myself. TCGs are just very mainstream.
Yeah, she mentioned she
I'm not the
studied
only one
there.
who goes to locals after work. It's pretty normal to see 30-plus-year-old players coming in after work, or teenagers in secondary school playing consistently as well. The age range of the OCG is much larger. I would say I'm probably closer to the median age in the OCG, but I was always considered one of the youngest, if not the youngest players, at all of my locals, even when I had left Canada 2 years ago. As a result, I think if OCG rarities were implemented in the TCG, this is what would happen. OCG rarities would cause box prices to go down. Then, a lot less people would buy boxes. This causes stores to lose a lot of revenue and thus either shut down or stop supporting Yu-Gi-Oh!, which would lead to the eventual death of Yu-Gi-Oh! Locals in the West. Some of you may be thinking, well, why do other Western games not have this problem? What about Pokemon? Why is Yu-Gi-Oh! So expensive, but Pokemon so cheap? Well, Pokemon is the world's biggest IP, and it is also a more extreme version of OCG in the West. The ratio of players who buy Pokemon cards is almost entirely collectors, while the people who buy Yu-Gi-Oh! Are almost all players. The actual expected value on Pokemon boxes is trash too. It's an even worse idea financially to buy Pokemon boxes than Yu-Gi-Oh! Boxes, but there are just so many casual fans. Despite the poor expected value, the demand for sealed boxes exceeds supply by such a significant amount that Pokemon even has a scalping problem. It's an entirely unique phenomenon caused by having that many fans. Finally, I just want to go over 3 potential solutions that are brought up and why I don't think they will work. The first one is TCG player purchase limits. A TCG player limit will never be implemented in real life because TCG player would just be losing money, but it is something that is implemented on other online platforms. This is a change that would primarily affect the United States. Some expensive cards aren't Konami's faults. Historically, cards in decks will be expensive due to the substitution effect. Secondary market investors will buy everything that doesn't have a reprint for any deck that will be good. Think about Rosin or Attract or Small Noir after reprints for their archetype. If Konami reprints almost everything in a deck, people will still just buy up everything that isn't reprinted. The way it works in China is that you cannot buy more than 3 copies of a card in a single order. Obviously, you can make more than one order, but since the margins are so small and you have to pay shipping on each order, it ends up discouraging a lot of buyouts.
Yeah.
As opposed to the TCG where you have people living the American dream buying
That jump
500
is
dark back
crazy.
on TCG player. Even with purchase limits, it's unlikely to help because the American consumers aren't changing.
Okay, this
There's
is
money to
like
be made
very.
with buyouts,
I'm
and
not
everything.
gonna like dwell on this, but this is very badly obscured. I'm just gonna say that.
The second is to allow the TCG to use OCG cards. I've seen this as a suggestion as well, and I think it would hurt both communities significantly. The first one is that TCG cards would drop in value because a large quantity of cheaper cards have been introduced in the market, which would crash the prices of sealed product. They won't be as low as the OCG countries due to arbitrage, but it will reduce the TCG's prices. It's the same as the OCG rarity scenario. That's bad for the longevity of the game. The second is that the OCG market would get destroyed because our cards would get significantly more expensive if TCG players started buying them up. I'm not saying this from a selfish perspective where I would have to pay more. If the game were more expensive, I would still be able to afford to play, but people in Asia have less disposable income than many Western countries. The game in OCG is inexpensive compared to the TCG, but it's not a one-to-one conversion because we have less spending power. A lot of players would struggle to keep playing over here if the cards suddenly became a lot more expensive. The third is to make Yu-Gi-Oh! More collectible. This is the best solution in my opinion, but it's very hard to implement. There's really just no way to do that because the game is too complex.
You just
and thus there's no
randomly
way
just
to write anime
fucking
tools anymore. There's no anime for the actual game.
mouse combo.
And there's no easy way to make it appealing to new players. One thing they can try to do is to make a lore anime, but I don't think it would work. I would watch a lore anime since I already know about these archetypes as an active player, but I don't know how many normal anime fans would watch a Diablo Star or a Visas or Albaz lore anime. And even if they did, how many of those fans would actually buy cards? Another way to make the hobby more collectible would be to make an extremely high rarity card to give collectors a chase when opening packs. A recent example of this is the Magia, but not only do they receive negative backlash from a large number of consumers, but a large number of collectors have also lost confidence in high rarity current because of reprinting Starlights as QCRs. At the time, I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but in retrospect, that's probably one of Konami's biggest mistakes in recent times. Personally, Ghost Rares and Old School Ultimate Rares are two of my favorite rarities that are now lost to time, but that is just my nostalgia speaking, and I don't know how many collectors would be interested in a return for those two rarities. They could also try experimenting with full arts or new rarities, but I have a hard time imagining a rarity beyond Starlight, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a hard game to make full arts for because text clarity is very important for Yu-Gi-Oh! I really tried to think of a way the TCG can make this work. How can you make the game cheaper, more affordable, and also preserve the health of local game stores? And honestly, I have no idea. You can maybe adopt some more of the OCG accessories, but I don't know if those would sell well because the accessories released in the TCG, such as the Hero Collection, do very poorly. I feel for you all. I really do, because I returned to Yu-Gi-Oh! As a TCG player, and I've also bought $100 decks. I still have my original tier deck that got banned and is now worthless. I do not hate the player base, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Is my absolute favorite thing in the world. If cards were more affordable for everyone, I would welcome this change wholeheartedly, but I don't think adopting the OCG rarity model would be the way to do it.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if any of that information was accurate or not. I can't really bet that. I'm not sure what prompted him to make this video too. I wonder if he got tired of people talking about yapping about the OCG or whatever. I don't know. This just seems kind of random. I made this video at the end of May. As a result, the current prices displayed in the video were from that time. The early July prices are even lower. I didn't feel like it was worth including because prices tend to be lower during summer, because after most people's competitive season. RIP tier, yeah, Magic out here representing. I would say online is the way. It depends. It's definitely more accessible. 4 Malice Mathmate combos. You must know. Oh my god. All right. I gotta go. Click it. You know what? You guys are not gonna. If I click on this, I'm not even gonna commentate. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. All right. All right. Here, I'll click on it. Here you go. Must know Malice Mathmate combo. You better take notes, okay? Someone posted in Mathmatics channel just comfortably saying that they were right about Malice Mathmatics being best. Commenting, I said I went to the bathroom. Circular plus Dormouse. I didn't see how he got there. Oh,
yeah,
the voices.
A player who we saw earlier today featured. Who
all right.
would be...
I'm just gonna whatever this combo is. Firewall, Co-Link, Circular plus Dormouse. Just open both halves of the... Okay, I'm not even care. Circular plus White Rabbit. Just open both halves of the engine. Circular plus Underground. Again, both halves of the engine. Why didn't you comment? I'm sorry, I'm not gonna... As soon as I realized it's like literally open both halves. There's no way to bridge between the two. I just I was like, yeah, too specific best starter. Too specific best starter is like, okay, that's a red flag. All right, I'll commentate over this one. Extender is whatever. All right, you know what's gonna happen? I know what's gonna happen. This is gonna be you know, Splash Mage, Transcode. No, not. He's gonna skip Splash Mage. He's gonna skip Splash Mage. He's gonna go into Transcode, Link Decoder, summon Extender, go into Terahertz, dump, Transcode, revive Splash Mage, use the Extender, go to Terahertz, keep Splash Mage effect. He's gonna dump a Malice Dormouse, revive with Splash Mage, then make what's called. His best deck is Open Circular Unicorn. Exactly. That's what I was. All right, I was gonna 2x speed it. If it's Terahertz send Malice card, I'm gonna be sick. It's Terahertz send a Malice card. It's Terahertz send a Malice card. Please. All right. I think I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
I don't want to get too ahead of I'm just so excited. I want to see this next duel.
Copy it.
Championship. But speaking of the World
I'm good.
it's
Two
called the World
Dormouse?
Championship for a reason. There's players going from
The
all
two
over
Dormouse is
the
even
world.
funnier to me because he's posting a combo where you need to open both, but it doesn't play 3.
Going to Worlds. And at the end of this month,
We need to try it. All the lines lose to every hand drop. We don't talk about that.
It's just July is such an incredible month. You don't just get one World Championship qualifier that you're gonna be able to watch on the live stream.
Most exciting Maverick combo bench. Okay.
A few weeks away.
They have to work to achieve the same power. Yeah, why not just play Sign of Conflict at that point? Like,
celebrate the World Championship that weekend as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is the most exciting time of the year.
Yeah, like,
all duelists is just finding out who's going to Worlds.
just easy. Just send, I don't know. Just open.
Incredible.
Your opponent's not going to interrupt you at all.
Establish that title, but when you look at the prizes,
All right, that was funny.
It's a trip to this tournament. So this is where it all
That is kind of scammy, dude. That is kind of like.
Let's go ahead and meet our
That is
for our
peak,
first weekend.
like not MD, peak replay, YouTube combo.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. How you doing?
Hello, plushie. Sub and like the video. Okay, I'll like the video, but I already have a lot of subs in my sub box.
We begin with our blue chair, hailing from Louisville, Kentucky. Let's welcome Clifton L to the stage. Also, they wanted me to shout out through the decades, their local OTS. Now to the red chair from Nice, France, we have Julian K.
Better than Eto? Okay, we don't talk about the Eto replays. Where he just there to, he didn't even close out games sometimes in the replays, he just showed up.
Only 2 go to
Clifton?
Worlds. Only one of you will be going. How are you feeling right now? Any words for your opponent?
This is a pretty good final 2 to go for Worlds, so I'm just excited that we're both here.
Love the positivity. Okay, Julian.
I'm excited too, but I want you to know.
Which one is the Malice player? I'm cheering for them. I think there's like, I don't think I saw Malice player. I think Clifton is on Mitsurugi Raziel. I don't know the other guy.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, Mitsurugi. Oh, okay. Julian is the Malice player. There you go. French guy. How'd you guys know that?
Respects his opponent. Love to see it.
You guys are tapped in. Y'all are tapped in.
France originally, now resides here in the US.
None of them is crazy magic.
To go home to the World Championship.
This is the last Malice player.
Strategy that we're definitely going to see this weekend. I don't know if we've seen.
Didn't Clifton go to Worlds last year? I don't know if he did the playoff points or he won the NAWCQ last. No. Where's Ray? I don't think he. This is the points playoff. He needs to qualify. I think he has to be like the 16th duelist with the most points.
Really interesting because you know there's all those different variations with like the Fiendsmith, Pure Raziel, which has become less popular.
He was okay. You know what? Ray was in the points playoff before though. I don't know what year was it. 2024. I remember because he got a slow play loss. It was like when Live Twin was a thing. Ray doesn't play a lot of events.
Definitely. But let's talk about
Yeah, at least this year he did it. But before he did, it might have been 2024. But he was part of the points playoff.
Big power boost with Alliance Insight this year, and has been probably the deck to beat up until I think the conclusion of YCS Providence, where we saw Charlie win with the mid.
Slow play. He didn't get a slow play loss. It was like a slow play warning.
Kind of took to that to be the deck to beat.
He was versus Kenny Nguyen.
Ready to go. If you've been playing Master Duel, Malice just got
I remember
into
that.
Master Duel with Struggle Through Wonderland. That
I'm cheering for Trish.
Really excellent, lot of fun.
Oh yeah, he's probably in the main event, huh?
Master Duel. I've been playing Malice with those Artifact Lantias in the main deck. It's a lot of fun, and if you haven't checked out Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, you should definitely go download the game because it's a dream. A kid, if you told me as a kid I'd have like a digital way to play Master Duel anywhere and everywhere all the time, I wouldn't have believed you.
I know the deck is even a little bit more powerful in Master Duel without some of the semi-limitations that the TCG is facing, but even with those semi-limitations, you're looking at a deck that is incredibly consistent.
Just play Aloof Lupine.
March here, we've just seen this deck evolve.
Fun to play Lancia is a main deck.
It really established itself as one of the top, I'd say, 3 decks heading into this weekend in terms of overall popularity.
For sure. I mean, I was actually kind of surprised when we saw the deck breakdown. I thought there would have been like an overwhelming majority with Raziel strategies, since there are so many different ways to play it. But 8 versus 7, that's a very close call between the two. You can almost say that Malice is more like relevant in this tournament because they're all like very similar Malice strategies, not being able to adapt like when it's split between Mitsurugi and Onomat for Raziel.
Yeah, every once in a while you'll see a player combine Malice with Fiendsmith or Mitsurugi, but it's certainly not nearly as popular. And at least in my opinion, I really like just kind of sticking to what the Malice cards are doing. I think they really do enough in and on themselves.
Yep, definitely. And you were mentioning like the Admixture cards that gave Malice a boost from Alliance Insight. We talked about this with Clifton Land's deck in the top 16, but with Duelist Advance, being able to add Valon, the Super Sai Sky Blaster, to that extra deck just makes X Raziel all the much better. A card that was already incredible, being able to use that utility of cards sent from your
sorry.
If they have an effect if they're sent to the graveyard, is huge. So even though it's just like a small card that you might want to pull out of Duelist Advance, it's something that really kind of adds a whole nother layer to the deck to advance it much
I want to enter last chance qualifiers to gatekeep invite from others. Final boss. Average trip tweet.
Sometimes players have the inclination of just setting those cards, but in this particular format,
I just got Small World for my Math deck. Yeah, I wonder if I should play Defensor in place of the Small Worlds. I was thinking about that. Just having no like weakness. I think the one time you have to watch out for is Lancia on your access code. That actually sucks dick because like you don't have like that's when like not having a grind game actually matters. Like
yeah, that's a really huge point.
But yeah.
I mean, Dominus Impulse when you use it from the hand does
Trip,
knock you out
get
of
good
those
chat.
3 attributes, but when you set it, you're still able to use those
Chat
attributes.
good.
You made it while it's set. You're still able to use those attributes later on, but now you do have to make that decision as you made. You give up those 3 attributes to hold it in your hand. You pretty much have to now that Valon is a part of the meta.
I don't think DD Crow can banish your own cards. Otherwise, it would be really cool. I would actually like consider DD Crow in like every deck if you could banish your own cards, just for the mini game. $10 on Malice.
Duels are shuffled and ready. This is going to be our first game of our first top 4 match to decide which one of these players will be going on to the World Championship in Paris, France this year.
It is really funny to see Julian decked out in the French attire. He's really just trying to make it destiny.
It's his homeland. He's wanting to go home and bring home the World Championship to North America. All right, the duel is underway. All right, looks like Clifton is going to be starting things off, but Julian has a Mulcharmy Perillia, and that's going to be activated during the standby phase. So anytime Clifton summons a monster from the hand, Julian will get to draw a card. That's a really good one against Mitsurugi Raziel in particular. It's going to really, against Raziel, usually you summon the first Raziel from your hand, we get you your next Raziel monster, but you also have to summon from the hand. So a minimum of 2 draws could be huge. And each draw, not only are you just getting more cards to play with on your next turn, you're getting more opportunities to draw into more disruptions that you can use from your hand on your opponent's first turn. So even though if you just start with the Perilia, not maybe as good as Fualos, you could just draw into a Mulcharmy Fualos and throw that down as well.
I think he actually has Fualos in his hand. It looks like he does have an additional Mulcharmy in his hand. And then, as you mentioned, it also stymies the Mitsurugi plays that the Raziel deck can go into. Your opponent's going to have to be able to draw cards with that as well. So it's one of those things where Perilia has such a huge impact, and it'll be interesting to see how Clifton navigates this. You have to assume that all of these duelists have already mapped out, okay, if my opponent has Perilia, what can I do to establish the most amount of interaction, the most amount of disruption, potentially some follow-up, but minimize the amount of cards at the end of drawing.
Yep, and we see Clifton send a Mirological Aggregator to the graveyard.
What is Bonfire at in TCG? I think it's limited.
He wants to get the most amount of disruptions.
Like, how many meds has it been now? I'm surprised. I feel like here. Let me double check for you.
Maybe what he's looking at, but we're gonna see another monster summoned from the hand. It's gonna be Ice Raziel.
What's it called? Let me check Bonfire. I'm pretty sure it's at limited.
You're right, he has another Mulcharmy.
But I could be wrong.
Activating 2 Mulcharmies.
Okay, it's taking a while to load. Oh, really? It's really good versus Raziel? Yeah, it is good. They're like sprites.
It's really this 1/2
where they summon from hand. I mean, they have one guy that summons from deck, but for the most part, they summon from hand.
Active at once.
We can't say its name, right? Max C? Are we allowed to say Max C?
Just don't say it too much.
Yeah, Bonfire is limited in all the metas.
Okay, and it looks like we did see Clifton do the similar thing in the top 16 where he overlays for Detonator with 3 materials, and then he's able to attach the material from his graveyard on summon thanks to that effect. So he's going to have 4 materials that attach. So that's going to be 4 cards he can destroy.
4 material Detonator is still kind of... I mean, doesn't this get soloed by Emperor?
Looks like Julian.
Oh, does he have too many? 7 plus 2, it's 5. So he doesn't have to put any back.
I feel like this Malice I can handle though.
Julian will be starting his opening play with 8 cards.
The guy drew called by talents and opening. Ew. Yeah, you got cooked by Imperm.
Not what Clifton wants to see.
Imperm.
And again, there's no Eclipse Twins back there, so this is going to lock out Detonator. He just has that.
Malice cooks this,
which is a pretty low impact.
Dude, one time, when Sword Soul came out, there's a guy who was like, "Yeah, Sword Soul breaks boards like nothing," and he's like, "I broke a board of like Appaloosa plus I forgot what was meta at the time," and then he shares the replay, and he literally like he has Moya and Vishuda and shit. But it was like a 4 material Appaloosa. I'm like, how do you beat this? And he starts the replay with the top deck Imperm. Like he top decks Imperm. I'm like, wow. Was it pack? No, it wasn't pack. It wasn't pack. It was like some random. It was just some random. And like the replay is like literally. VTuber replay routine. He top decks Imperm. I'm like, okay, that explains a lot. There's no way Moya is like is big enough to deal with the 3 to 4 mat Appaloosa.
Clifton maybe thinking here.
Live beats Apple with an Imperm. Just he was mad beats full Bell board.
And that's gonna resolve.
Huh?
You know, all you Master Duel
just break board with engine.
A lot of this over the past week.
Now you can activate Dormouse.
Moya cooks format Apple. What do you mean? Showing a replay this deck, and he had called by
banishing the White Rabbit, and then obviously special summon that White Rabbit by paying 300.
This is a joke? No, it's real. It is real. You just make a goddess and then make Requiem on top. I forgot.
And for those who are curious, he is playing multiple.
Yep, GWC06. Still an incredible card and should 100% be considered when you're playing Mouse, if not just for the life point gaining effect.
You have seen players cut it though. That's why I kind of commented on where if he has one set,
just our
White
goal.
Rabbit wouldn't have any effect, but he is able to now establish.
I'm a GWC06 fan. I mean, I understand that it's one of the cards you can draw in your opening hand without another Malice Monster, and it's not great. Even with a Malice Monster, it's not great because it summons from the graveyard or banishment, but it just gives you that extra level. Like, I like toolboxy kind of decks, and having that option to go into
Ojama token. That's fantastic.
When you need them is important. But he's going to use all 3 monsters here. Looks like he's thinking about Heart Scriptor, but is going to end up with
your chat hates you? Aw.
He's going to summon. So
I feel I get more like
can banish up to 3 cards from
I get one guide in chat, but it's not like malicious.
His own Chessy Cat, since it hasn't been banished yet. And then he's going to go after Dormouse because he's going to want to have a Malice card banished that he can shuffle back at some point with Hearts.
Oh, Jama.
And now he can use the Chessy Cat effect. Special summon that back out. He's now used all...
Perma 1 guy, yeah.
The original 3 Malice. He still certainly has March here.
I just realized there's people who 1 guy on purpose. So that's like... Now I have to watch out for that.
And White Binder to the graveyard for Access Code Talker. And, yeah, Clifton knows that this is going to be enough damage. He's going to be able to banish that White Binder with Access Code. It's going to summon back. He'll be able to draw a card, too. And the plays don't have to stop there. He could keep on...
Yeah, White Binder Access Code? He resolved Dormouse, didn't he? That's pretty strong.
Put a lot of damage really quickly.
You also hate Jeff? That's fucked up.
Like, that's the
take it back, bro.
So stop them from
Magic, take it back.
White Binder, Red Ransom, or even Hearts Cryptor, because as soon as they even just get to a Hearts
Thought it was
Cryptor,
Thursday?
it's like a trap card set.
Yeah, I'm like a day behind, but I like stayed up really late a couple days ago. I stayed up really late. Like playing the Fusion Link event. I'm done with it on both accounts, but yeah. The Dormouse.
Was able to take game number
Dormouse.
It's the second Molcharmy that always gets you. You can
always...
play around one avenue of summoning to some extent and say, okay, maybe my opponent draws 2 and I can just deal with that. But it's when 2 different Molcharmy effects are active, it really stymies your ability. And, you know, functionality-wise, especially the second one, the second one is activated that you've already committed to the field. So if you have your own Molcharmies, it's not like you can necessarily just pass back. Because I can see sometimes your opponent activates Perulia and you say, I have my own Molcharmy. Your go. But when you have the second one after you've already committed to the field, you kind of have to just continue full committing.
8
cards when he started his turn.
Almost there.
It's difficult to imagine an 8-card combination that can't push through, you know, a detonator.
Well done, Magic.
Yeah, I mean, he had a decent setup, but had to give him, like 3 cards at least. But you know, you have to give your hats off to Julian, because, I mean, if you're going to main deck one Molcharmy, it's probably going to be Fualos. But to also go ahead and decide to include Perillia in the main deck instead of having it in the side deck really paid off here. And I think that might be a key for this weekend, is main decking Perillia, just because of how good it is against the Ryzeal strategy, which is like looking to be one of like the top decks of the weekend. But then you also have to trade off on the other hand with Malice, who will normal summon from the hand. Maybe they'll summon March here from their hand as well, but they don't have to. That's going to be the only draw you're going to get from Perillia. So making that meta call here for Julian, that he's going to be facing more Ryzeal than Malice, might be paying off and could be sending him back home to the World Championship.
I actually think if you were to look at the most popular hand interactions this weekend, I think 1, 2, 3, it's going to be Fualos, Perulia, and Droll and Lockbird. I've seen a lot of players just decide that they're going to max out 3 of each of those, play 9-hand.
Perulia is so cute, yeah. We love Pururu.
Right now, but I actually think is an
Charmies are bricks? Thank you, Magic. Thank you for sharing this knowledge with me. I'll keep that in mind next time I deck build.
You might be incentivized just to continue pushing through and establishing.
I'm going to playing the Maxi.
If you go full
I'm not there yet. I play too carefully.
I actually don't care. I don't think there's 8 cards in your deck.
But I remember in tier format, there was like insane players who would play into Maxi, and I was like, bruh, and they would still win. Tier best deck, I guess.
You definitely want to keep an eye on them, because, yeah, I think the Lunalight strategy is one that's flying under the radar this weekend, but could really pay dividends if people aren't prepared for it.
And I think if you've been kind of in tune with some of the deck building decisions that people have been making, when you see the Perulia Fualos Droll package, I think that is an indication that that might be what you sort of expect, where there's not a lot of Nibirs, or maybe just the one that can be searched off Granite. You know, you're not seeing quite as many Infinite Impermanents or Effect Veilers this weekend, so, you know, your plays can go largely uninterrupted in the sense that you can make your plays, you know, barring Droll and Lockbird.
Maxi on Rhinoheart? Were you a Maxi on Kid Kalos? I remember asking that in like Josh Discord one time, like, hey, can't you like Maxi on Kid Kalos? Because then they kind of have to commit. There was like a couple people who were like, nah, because I don't want them to mill. But it worked out for me, at least. Max on draw phase? That's true. Max on draw phase.
That's where we're at. We're at Molcharmy challenges now. It is definitely the way to go, but it looks like we are ready to go. The hands have been shaking.
I'm also bricked when tier gets mentioned like this. Okay.
Mitsurugi prayers.
Is this draw phase prayers? I just know this is cracked.
Double Solemn Judgment, and looks like
Max kit. That's how I felt.
Not one you want to draw.
I think only got validated when Josh mentioned that. Obviously, it's hand dependent. Like, I can't say like, oh, all the time max on kit. But like, not all my hands could play through fucking Sulic Pass, and then they're gonna get the mill 5 anyway.
How impactful it is against the. It can be against the Mitsurugi.
They've never managed to get cracked with tier.
Like prayers in the draw phase. They definitely have ways to play around it, but you want to see like,
so true.
Like 9 cards in your
right, Dormouse feels well to go. I'm actually end phase to establish aura. Okay. Max on kit, not noted. Okay. You had to be their proxy.
So that's good. It's going to be here that we'll know when he sends the Saj. Well, summons the Saj and attributes it off.
You ever exterior your own Soliac? No, not yet. No, I haven't. I never got a chance to play Cyberstein.
Search the 1 copy of Ritual, and now here's the
picks his hand back up.
Like I played a lot, but I don't think I ever got a chance to do that. That's pretty funny.
So for the rest of this turn, neither player can.
I have when I played like Runic.
Clifton won't have to deal with multiple charmies this turn.
Fuck. What was the line? Basically, what happened was I was able to mill with Materia Beast, even though I couldn't negate a spell. So I kept milling every time I activated a spell.
Has very little engine.
My MCS around to be all the guys that max me in top 8 and 16. Nice. Did you win one? Did you win an MCS?
He's have to push forward, but he's not going to get the effects off the ritual monsters when they're
early on when TCG told him not to play Ash. Yeah, right. Like they didn't play Ash. Yeah, that's right. They didn't play Ash.
Send combination down.
So Kusanagi's going to go to the graveyard, I believe.
I think that was
Aramasa.
Yeah.
Aramasa.
Okay, so maybe I was wrong.
That's your top 4 versus. Oh, that was okay.
Him add back from the graveyard, but he is unable to use the Aramasa effect.
Damn, Jesse's Aura farming.
To his hand.
All right, I haven't been paying attention, but I saw Draw Face Prayer and then Droll, and I kind of checked out. I kind of checked out. All right, forgive me.
Mitsurugi.
Do you just go? Yeah, I was thinking about maybe you just go Futso and kind of hoping that a weird
top 8 Earl. Like that's impressive.
Summon back the little guys. Kind of plays super control.
I mean, I don't know. It's mostly just chat. I don't have any tops. I guess the closest I got to topping was an MCS, where I was like 6-0 with tier, and then I queued into. I threw in the mirror the next round, and then I queued into flu last round. So I was like, fuck.
Okay, so he's gonna normal summon, maybe link into a
Dynamondo. Yeah, okay, this is a pathway too. Yeah, this is probably better than the Futso play, honestly. Which I'm gonna trust Clifton to understand how to sequence through some of those games where you don't have the best opening, and this is threatening the.
You top in our hearts, okay.
This Bestial is huge. Yeah. It's gonna get rid of the Ame no Murakamo that the Dynamondo is gonna bring back, or the prayers.
Fake fan magic is crazy magic. Step up your game. You're getting called out.
On the upside, outside of like a normal summon.
Bestial, yeah, Bestial. I wish I knew Mitsurugi well enough to know how. If Billy Break knows more than me, it's dire, bro. This commentary is dire. Billy Break knows more than me right now.
He has a Magnemite. Yeah.
Oh no! So if he just has, well, he would need the Magnemite plus a Malice and Underground.
All right. Well, this is the. I think
you have to.
He has to Solemn. I think Clifton's only pathway is just to Solemn 2 starters and hope that his hand is 2 hand interactions.
He knows that this is an important turn. Everything that he's worked through this entire year leads up to this moment. All the testing, all the grinding at regionals, and he's gonna pay half.
Don't fuck with Billy, bro. He's my Hoshi. Yeah, Billy's awesome. I like Billy.
All right, now here comes the normal summon.
So we know he has infinite impermanence, and it looks like a Magnemite.
Does he have a normal summon Malice name? Could Clifton get out of this stick?
Dynamondo is kind of scary. I don't know. This was properly summoned, right?
Against the infinite impermanence, he's really going to need something like X.
This is the time I'm begging for the one time. All right, so Magnum is coming down next, so I don't think he has another Malice monster.
Bully, Beret.
So he is going to be able to add a dragon, presumably from his graveyard to his hand during the end phase, because I highly doubt he's playing a Serenair in his deck. I mean, it's not impossible, but
If you're using like a WatchParty, there's some cool things you can do with Serenir to like dump Magnamut to get out of your gear, but linking into Dark, Charmer, Gloomy. Really representative of probably how Clifton feels right now. A little gloomy, but you can't let that get you down. You have to play with the cards you're dealt and hope that you can do the best you can with them. This is an important turn of the duel. I think Clifton's considering negating this, right?
I think so. I think he's thinking what can happen if he link climbs here.
I mean, the Dark's usually really good, like for the mirror match.
Yeah, he's going to use the Solemn Judgment here because he can just threaten SP Little Knight on the back row. Now, granted, that would give him another turn, presumably. He wouldn't be able to attack directly, but there has to be a myriad of things that just being able to link climb could potentially do. And now he's going to tribute the Dynamondo to bring back the Habakiri.
No Malice normal summon. No normal summon here from Julian. He just had the Mouse Underground. The end phase, the Magnamut's going to add the Jerusalem back from the graveyard to the hand. And Clifton's still in this game.
Not by much, but he is still in it.
Midwest Master.
So you can almost guarantee that back row is infinite impermanence. I mean, it could be a Malice trap. There's no real reason to set it, especially as we commented earlier with Valon in the format. If he were to draw X, that's what he's going to need. He's going to need to draw a Ryzeal card that can play through.
Oh, you make me want to go to the gym? Yeah. I should go.
Infinite impermanence.
I didn't go this week.
There's still a Druis Worm waiting in Julian's hand. Plus one other unknown card.
Show plays like Triv? True, yeah. I think I'm invisible.
So it looks like he's just going to shift to attack mode.
I mean, he's
Talk about the end of main.
Squats at home. That's true.
He's only playing with 2,000.
My girlfriend would like that too. She's always okay. I will get. She's always joking or making me do squats.
3,900 points of damage here.
I wonder if Habakiri's secret effect will matter, where his opponent's monsters lose 800 attack if he tries to make a Druis Worm play.
Clifton looking at his extra deck, thinking if he wants to link summon and send these two monsters.
Squats are good. Yeah, but it's not for my benefit. That's not why she's making me do them.
Habakiri is banished. I mean, so rather his Murakamo is banished.
He's at 2,000. I'm at 4,100. In end phase, I'll go choice.
All right, so the Druis Worm's going to come down the end phase.
Still pass.
I wonder if there's any merit to holding that to see if he draws a Malice monster just to be able to advance his plays.
Well, not good. I would know.
I can't imagine that being White Wrap because he had it last turn. Well, you just drew him ultra.
Your girl wants you to have that dumpy.
Isn't necessarily a good draw.
Do I engage with this?
He knows the secret ability.
I'll bring it up some other time.
That's huge right now. He won't be able to attack over the Habakiri.
He'd have to attack and essentially crash into it.
Or like link it off the field for something, potentially.
He's already used
yeah, no, you know what? I'll just say
It
this.
would have to be like SP Little Knight.
There's not.
I already have one. That's why
Besides,
I already have a dumpy.
You know, utility-wise, in the sense that it can be somewhat generic in a deck that has so many dark monsters. Oh,
that's like half the reason why we got together.
Probably gonna be good enough.
It's at least a Malice name. So
And a Cybers monster.
Yeah, but he doesn't have two Cybers monsters to get to a Splash Mage. But yeah,
A dumpy? Big ass.
Little Knight, so he's gonna be able to at least ban
Like
the
late.
card, which is pretty big. But the window is still open for Clifton Land. We are in the Clifton Land right now. This is his territory, his domain. He's down but not out. He needs a top deck.
Okay, I was like,
So now he's got Ultrami and Hair back in.
it's like game. It's like game 2. This is like 30
Monster
minutes.
to me too. Oh, Clifton has been on the.
At least they're like updating life points in real time with the sound effects. Like that actually helps me follow.
Sword 2 turns in a row. He drew sword.
I mean, his deck is full of the Ryzeal monsters. Sword is limited to
Humpy Dumpy model. No.
Just hit running swords.
So he's going to use the effect of sword to add a light Raziel from the deck to the hand. SP Little Knight's going to chain the effect, banishing them both off the field to the end phase. But that's going to be able to get him Ice Raziel. And he's going to be able to normal summon the Ice Raziel.
Oh shit! Fualos! Oh shit!
The Fualos! The Fualos is live now because the SP Little Knight got off the field. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! This is what's good. This is where Yu-Gi-Oh! Gets really good. Like,
I'm pretty sure Mouse Guy is dead though. 3,800 life point? Unless it's main phase 2.
Neither of them opened with like their main strategies, like key cards.
I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Go in and kill. Yeah, go in.
The key one-ofs that he always wants in his deck and never in his hand.
And like just one Malice name would have ended this game. One Malice name besides March Air. Like one of the first 3 from Crossover Breakers, but those are still hiding in the deck there for Julian.
It's MP1? Oh, okay.
Just takes the...
Oh yeah, it's right here. Wow, okay, they have phases. Okay, I'll pay attention more now. Now they actually have phases designated.
With SP Little Line coming back.
Okay, I don't know if they did this before. Okay, they might have stepped up their game. Holy shit. Rip his balls off. It is MP1 though. My bad. I'm sorry. It's in like fucking size 10 font. But now that I see it. Fake info.
Okay, I do see that Julian drew into a...
This is 3,000 attack.
He will have plays next turn if Clifton does not find a way to finish the duel right here, right now.
I don't see the yellow glows though. Sad.
Ultronus.
Oh, but he's only at 38.
Oh, this is 2,500. Oh, but this game's attack.
And Clifton Land takes an incredible duel number 2 when all hope
Mods cast phase.
Lost.
Yeah, that fool was not scary at all.
Exact cards you don't want to draw. He didn't have.
How do you know if they can activate a card in response or not? Yeah, nice fool.
But that's why you can't just dwell on your. He's an excellent. I've respected Clifton for a long time. I've watched.
Was the only punish Nib? I don't think so.
I respect him as much as I do.
Actually, maybe Nib was a punish.
For many years now, not in a creepy way at all, Clifton. I promise.
How do you know if you activate a card? You basically say, you know, this good, and wait for your opponent to say okay.
And like listen to his content, his deck profiles when he's done well at regionals. He first got on my radar. Honestly, was during the points.
They summoned it for, but I guess because he had an SP, I think he committed a card before. But yeah.
But that's where the first time I was like, oh, who's this Clifton?
Is my mouse has coin toss? True. Okay, you just have to pray there's no Lancia though. Surely, okay. Yellow glow not noted. Can I fake a Nibiru? There's a fine line. You can't do it if it's like clear you're trying to gain an advantage, but that's the hard part. The judges have to determine your innocence.
Was so important, and what an excellent game from an excellent duelist.
It's amazing to think that he basically has 2,000 life and survived 2 Bystials and a recycled.
But for the most part, maybe someone has figured out a clever way to fake it, but for the most part, a judge is probably going to determine you're trying to gain an advantage off that. Number of summons so far? I mean, I guess you can ask how many summons has it been, but you can't be like...
to win this game number 3 and go to the World Championship?
You can't be like, oh, I have Nib. Oh,
I know. It's like, what is your win rate when you
like you just pause. You can just be like, I need a thing. But that's not like.
It just has to be. Wow.
Okay.
Ended up coming and finding a way.
Those are like things that ride the line, and that's when you need a judge to determine whether you're being malicious or not.
You had to draw sword.
What if I loudly? That's so obvious. No, don't do it. You can't do like a fist pump when they're on summon number 5 either. You can't do a fist pump when they're summon number 5. That's you're definitely getting an infraction.
With the cards that you have, and Clifton showed that here. And you know, Julian, he doesn't know like how bad he opened. From Julian's perspective, he also opened not great. He had the 2 Bystials, no Malice names besides March.
Fake Nib with no cards in hand, Giga Chad.
Drawing it alone with no other Malice cards, it does nothing.
No, it doesn't do nearly enough. I mean,
like maybe if you draw it with an allure, you get to add it back to your hand, so you get to draw 2 cards for free. But
why is that against the rules? Because you're trying to gain an advantage. It's like.
So he had an extra deck monster, so he could banish a card with SP Little Knight. But yeah, this is why I love Yu-Gi-Oh! You just never know what you're gonna get. The games are so back and forth.
I don't know, like, but again, it depends. Okay, like it doesn't mean you automatically. The judge still has to say you're doing this on purpose.
The other one will have
You know,
the NAWCQ that starts tomorrow. But for now, this is going to be the most important game.
It's not hard to be like, thinking, and just leave it at that. You don't have to be like, this guy's glazing YGO. So, dude, this is Billy loves YGO, Yu-Gi-Oh. Why is I thinking we will rock you by clean during the opponent's turn?
This is when you would use your one time.
But you're not picking anything. You just count. It depends. You can count, okay? You can do it. But at the end of the day, the judge will ask you questions, and if you don't answer them, the right way, you're gonna get an infraction. The point is if you're just counting, that's fine. But like, no, there's nothing against the rules against counting. But if you're counting, so you can be like, oh, I'm going to misrepresent the game state.
Like this,
and the judge determines that, then you got fucked. Well, there's no judge calls
He's
back.
going to have to use an Ash Blossom, which isn't going to be great.
I can only count to 4.
Top of his deck to stymie. It's going to end up being a pretty impressive field.
Not even Royal True.
You really want to try and stop them from being able to access a Link 3 and getting to where they're going. You got to throw everything at it that you want. But once they get there, it's really
I can't see how many draws I could get from
we
Fua.
just talked about how unfortunate it was that he just had March Air.
That does not sound malicious at all.
Other side of the spectrum.
If they're under Fua, you're keeping the game state intact.
All of a sudden, your hand can pretty much play through anything.
Yeah,
but again, like, there's a lot of situations. You can be a smartass about it and be like, oh, in this situation, what if I do this? The point is, it all just comes down to your judge.
Terrible. Jesse Klatt. The Malice name? Fantastic.
Perfect, yep.
Hair.
Like, if you had infractions previously, they're less likely to believe your story. So it's like, it's more contextual than like, oh, I explicitly broke the rules that are codified in the book, you know?
Now he's paying 900 special summon back the red ransom from the banishment and banishing a Cybers monster from the deck. He's going to banish another copy of Malice Marchair. Then that Marchair, he'll be able to pay 300 to add it back to his hand. So now
can I slide the judge a $20 bill? Unrelated. Unrelated. Here's your.
Turn, which is really relevant. Then he's going to link these two into Cybers Wicked.
It's interesting. You might not see it in this particular duel because that Cybers Wicked is likely to not stay there, but that card actually lines up really well against the Mitsurugi cards. It has a secret effect that a lot of duelists probably have overlooked.
You tell opponents making me blush? If you're blushing, that could be a strategy. I actually have not seen that technique before. That's kind of funny.
Be wary that if they've set up Cybers Wicked, your plan isn't actually going to work, and that's something to really consider going second into a lot of boards.
Yeah. Someone mentioned, Ray mentioned how Wicked in Detonator format is pretty sick.
I think Julian has on his mind.
Absolutely, I could definitely see had he gone second and needed to play into Murakama that he may have been wary about that interaction. There's a reason these duelists are on the doorstep of Worlds.
Yeah, if you do it every time,
like you can put like a Dormouse underneath Wicked, and then because Dormouse protects from card effects, you can also resummon your Malice monster next to the Dormouse, and still play under. So you have 3 cards protected by Wicked.
And then Whitebinder can use the effect to set a trap from the deck or graveyard. It's going to set the GWC06 from
Dormouse vents Electro and kills her Detonator. Just open Ultimate Slayer.
I added Marcher and I added back.
Can you ban for speaking emotes? Probably not. But I think like if you were asked to translate a card or something, that might be difficult.
Yeah, but it is a word pretty commonly used in the Northeast.
You might have to have to perform that without emotes.
But that's neither here nor there. Hey, Julian's hand was pretty wicked.
It's been a pretty wicked duel.
It's been an excellent duel for sure. And he still has a thrust he hasn't used just yet. Just pointing that out.
Oh, is that what the other card was?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay. So he has like one of those blowout side deck cards. Things are looking really bad for Clifton
He has
Land.
Dimensional Barrier.
Oh no.
What if your government wanted to deport you, but you chain Lancia?
And the Tessie Cat SP Little Knight. SP Little Knight on someone's gonna banish the white.
Oh my god. Okay, you get that free deportation joke. Okay, you get that one for free.
Then Julian can draw a card. I think that effect is what really sold me on wanting to play Malice. Was the effect like you get to draw a card and you summon it back. That's just the motion feels good.
Yeah, anything that says draw.
It's pretty good Yu-Gi-Oh.
It doesn't take much more than just draw to sell it to me.
Gold Star. Come on, banish a card you want in 2 turns. That's what I want to see. What are you looking for?
What does he want in 2 turns? Talents, maybe?
Yeah. Okay. Oh
No,
no,
this makes so much more sense.
This is like Marva jokes.
Card out of lines inside. Really, really good card. Usually see
Better
it
than
on
meme
underground,
review.
but
Master
Gold
Duel meta.
Sarking for it works too. When it's banished, you can
Oh my
banish
god.
a Malice card from your graveyard, and then add that same type of card from your deck to hand. So he banished a monster, got to add a monster from deck to hand.
Yeah, so it's a way of basically searching out March Hare
Did you add another
when the
marker? I
turn's
did,
gone,
yes.
you know, as it has here. But it's also a good top deck in a little bit of a different way than Gold Sark was a top deck previously. You know, you could previously Gold Sark and search out whatever it happens to be. And this just kind of adds a unique element where that Malice in the Mirror can actually end up technically searching out trap cards in some situations.
No, tried to use March Hare again. That's how he started. He's already used both the effects of March Hare for sure. Judges might give him like a PE minor real quick for that, just for attempting to activate an illegal effect. Yeah, when I find myself playing Malice, like especially for all those players who've been playing in Master Duel, as have I, you can, like anytime you're like adding Malice monster here, you're like, I'll just get another March Hare. I'll just get another March Hare. You can really never have too many March Hares. But we're gonna see a Link summon come down here for Firewall Dragon.
And we have
No, I just need to control a Cyber summon from the extra
yep,
deck, which
back up
probably-
Adignister, which is now going to let him search Wizard to his hand.
I think the judges are just making
Which
sure
streamer do you hate?
Cybers.
Excuse me?
Just any Cybers.
I'm pretty sure there's a rule against that.
Here, I'll go Wizard targeting.
No, adds the Wizard Agnister. Wizard Agnister is going to summon itself from the hand and the White Rabbit back from the graveyard.
It's amazing how Cyberus, doesn't really matter what kind of Cyberus, but Cyberus decks has had this ability to link climb and link climb and link climb and link
Never
climb.
stop. These Cybers piles. And then, yeah, this is the last card. So Julian has now used every card in his starting hand on this first turn to really limit what Clifton's going to be able to do. Luckily, with Barrier Calling Exceeds, he'll still have the Mitsurugi package.
Orm.
There's a
It's
long
gonna be
road.
an uphill battle. I mean, as what's currently constituted, he's got Bonfire, Prayers, and Ash. That Ash, probably not great. Meows.
Something.
I could see him use that. But
We know he has the GWC06
yeah, I mean,
set.
he might as well.
Could force out the GWC06 right away. Also, if he wants to banish, yeah, no, I mean, could be something.
That's fine.
And it looks like it resolves. No chain here. This is all probably during the draw phase, I'd imagine.
That's fine.
Anything else?
Prayers is going to add Habakiri.
Stand by face.
I do appreciate that Clifton is playing confidently, even though he is in not so great position right now. I mean, he's just like physically,
it's
in
those
terms of his
fundamentals.
speech, his body position, he's playing confidently, even though he has very little.
I told you, I've been watching him from afar, and I have been a fan because that's another one of those things that I just really like. Because, like, the time it takes you to make your plays, and like the confidence you have when you're making your plays, can give away so much information. It's this like basic fundamental Yu-Gi-Oh that still applies to how the game is played today.
So we have Saji resolving, allowing him to search Mitsurugi Ritual. We've seen that Habakiri interaction now for a few months.
So I know Haba and Ritual spell that you added this turn. There you go.
Yeah, just to double check on exactly what is in his hand. That's known knowledge. It is both Habakiri and the Ritual spell. You can now use that Ritual spell.
Deck.
He's going to use it to summon from the deck. Does this prompt a response here from Julian? I mean, Julian has to be a little like you can get in like this.
Am I muted? No.
But because of how confident Clifton's playing, I bet that adds a little bit of nerves.
Doobie, are you okay? Bro, it's been a minute.
Find a way to get the Murakamo to clear the field.
You guys are getting like
Julian's holding his barrier for as long as he
fell
can
asleep.
for,
Deep in thought. I don't know what to say, bro. This guy.
It looks like Julian's going to activate Heart's Cryptor to try and go after the Murakamo.
I do like the sequencing here of summoning from the deck first by using the Murakamo. By summoning out the Murakamo.
Like, this guy used 2 hand traps, and he ended on Firewall Cryptor with like 2 back rows still.
Sequencing here.
I'd be impressed if Mitsurugi Raizo breaks this. I miss streamer when he doesn't talk. Why is it lagging? Okay.
Banish the Murakamo.
Every time I'm dark, my heart goes dark too. If I was muted, I think. Hold on, let me see if I'm muted. My Fugi picks it up.
Got what he wanted. He wanted the Murakamo to deal with the field.
It does not work like that.
Julian did use the Heart Scriptor too, I believe, to banish the Murakamo, and then the Firewall to.
My grandpa used to fall asleep in like a minute. I only fell asleep on stream one time, and it was to embarrass you all. It was to embarrass you all. I'm never forgetting this.
And his last card is Bonfire. Clifton has the tools necessary. What really comes down to is that last triple tactics thrust, setting that dimensional barrier, because he broke this board.
He did.
Anything else?
No. Normal summon.
Yeah, Ice Rise Zeal.
Now it may look like Julian doesn't have a lot, but he does.
Let's get you to bed now. Okay. Bonfire. Yeah, Bonfire.
He has the March Hair. It can banish the White Binder. It can summon the White Binder. Can summon itself back. That'd be a draw. Then his White Binder banishes anything else. It's gonna do more. But Dimensional Barrier is gonna be flip face up, calling Xyz monster.
You saved Reggie. Yeah, I think he played Chandra DC and it woke me up.
Yeah, he is going to send the brand new.
There we go. It is Valon, the Super Sky Blaster, forcing out the GWC 06. This is
Oh no, wait. This does not look good.
Also going to give Clifton
Wait, no, that's not true. He's under D barrier, right? We love D barrier.
Mitsurugi engine back online.
I'm trying to think what he could possibly.
It's fun to stay in the Chandra DC.
All right, Julian, carefully consider options. You don't want to fumble the ball at the 1 yard line.
And some of those, you know, White Binder, banish a bunch of card plays also get stymied by Mals.
Yeah, you can't just summon a bunch of Mal monsters. What do you that looks like a Mulcharmy.
It's fun to stay at the
Gonna gain 2,300 life points.
Buh.
You can summon Chandra, you can summon Hydra, you can OTK anyone.
So X is going
it's
to
fun
add
to stay in the
fire.
Chandra DC.
You want to have an easy, like, know, like, how to tell what the right seals add. It's always the opposite attribute. So if you're using the light one, you're gonna add a fire. The fire's at the lights. Very
It's fun
easy
to
way to
stay
remember
at
that.
the Chandra DC. It's fun to stay at the
Chandra DC.
The first stutter from Clifton.
Chandra, you can summon Hydra, you can OTK anyone. It's fun to stay in the Chandra.
Deep Bright, I know. This is Genwu's favorite redeem. The fucking Helium Chandra DC. Alright, you can have.
Only one out.
Who's your favorite Laker?
That's what I like to call it. That's just like my little name.
That is so cursed. Dude, it fixed halfway. How?
Is he gonna summon them both back?
I need y'all to understand something. I need y'all to understand. When I make plays like this, it's because I have psychic. That is really all I can say. I have psychic capabilities. I know that it might seem no, really, no. I actually do. I actually do. That was why I knew that was going to happen. See, you might be thinking, how do you know core power? No. Mind reading, you know, that's what I went to school for. I went to school for 40 years.
Handful of cards with that dimensional barrier. It really, as it really comes down to that last card, Julian's hand, that triple tactics threat. So Red Ransom on summon can
I
add
knew
a
he was
Malice
thinking,
spell.
oh no, the specs, folks, the specs, people, no,
can be able to add Malice in the
oh,
mirror.
I knew he was
And
good.
the White Rout's going to set into PO7.
It is just
he
so
looked like a
fascinating to
superhero.
think, you know, Mulcharmy.
Y'all see his
as
fit?
the sixth card, you usually get pretty upset when you draw
Holy
Mulcharmy.
cow! I mean, it's a shit mon, but y'all see his fit though, right? Sheesh.
Very good against Malice.
Correct.
He got pink eye. He was eating ass. All right, respectfully.
And he's already used prayers this turn.
You have 3 in hand. One's
I just don't know what Clifton can do.
Only the Latin America region. That's not true. What does MTP stand for? Does that mean Mad Tea Party? That's what I thought it stood for.
I mean, it's still, you know, a really good game here.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I feel like Prayer's set is about it.
Clean up the White Rabbit? No? Just a pass?
It's fun to stay at the
What are you guys talking about? You guys didn't even check.
I mean, we could be moments away from Julian going back.
He sounds fine. Just taking a rest, Lancia D-Bear. Let's go. Let's go. We love floodgates.
I think Clifton knows.
We love dick riding the side deck. It's so. We love adhering to an old, to an archaic part of the game that hasn't aged well.
Yep. And then that's going to target the red ransom.
Gain attack. Targeting ransom. Yep. Anything on res?
Julian's thinking Alon Z.
No, but actually, I remember in Edison format, the side deck was really skill based. So surely it applies to modern Yu-Gi-Oh.
Not dark is going to go straight after the Speller Trap. Going to banish Red Ransom. Going to take out a monster. Red Ransom's going to be able to pay 900 to summon itself back.
And then I'll activate ransom.
We are moments away.
52.
Clifton's going to have to try again in the NAWCQ tomorrow, it's looking like. But Julian, you know, kind of manifest destiny. We saw him, you know, give that.
I mean, I'm not gonna like go like call like the side deck like skillless or anything like that, but it has not aged aged that well.
I guess another country in a tournament.
Why does he not shave his arms?
In your own country? I mean, he's probably gonna have fans rooting for him both.
I mean, I'll talk for myself, but I don't really notice it.
For sure.
Like sometimes, like I mean, my hairs aren't too actually they are kind of hairy, huh? But yeah, like I said, I don't really notice it.
To win a seat to a tournament.
What does bug me is my facial hair. That really bugs me. Even if it's like barely visible, I have the urge to shave it off immediately.
Chessy Cat's effects can be activated. Draw a couple cards after banishing the march.
Yeah, my facial hair is like.
Any banished Malice monster.
Yeah, that's my like I don't know how to describe it, but that's my sticking point, I guess. My
You know, I gotta respect Clifton. You know, not conceding here. Could be easy to concede. This is gonna be the last.
That's the part that makes me feel self-conscious. Full beard when I shave, I feel so naked. Nice.
You know, he's gonna have another chance. Like we saw Aditya.
What hair?
Lost last
Arm.
year and then ended up winning the entire NAWCQ.
I'm hairy, if you know what I mean. Please explain. Please explain to the chat. What do you mean?
Going back to back, since he also was in that same position and lost, or maybe it'll be Clifton Land. But for now, it's all Julian, and that's it. Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Go for it.
I had impulse in case
All right, Malice wins.
At the World Championship this year.
See, down there is a forest. Okay.
Just great sportsmanship. Extended the hand and said, "Good luck at Worlds." Yeah. That's how we culminated.
I think
this
you win
match.
if I barrier call rituals. Yep. That's why I let.
Ooh, did you hear that? That's interesting banter.
I'm not really worried about this because you.
Clifton was trying to like bait him into using dimensional barrier calling rituals. Because yeah, if you start with all the Mitsurugi stuff, you know that Ame no Murakami can clear your field.
Let's go.
You to hold on to it, knowing that he is always going to lead with the Mitsurugi half of the deck, and then follow it up with the Rise Heal strategy as well. Because I mean, even though like the Ame no Murakami can clear the field, Malice March Hair in the hand, GWC06 set, plenty of ways to get that field back online, find your access to the MTP 07, and you know, heads up for Julian. He gave Clifton three cards from the Mulcharming Meows during his turn, knowing that with the barrier behind him, it still should be okay. So like excellent play from Julian. This is well deserved. They're both
excellent play.
Clifton, you know, I've been talking to the Midwest Master. You know, it would have been a great story, but Julian's starting the story of his own. You know, going back to France to represent North America at the World Championship. Julian will be our first representative to punch his ticket all the way to Paris, France in a couple of months. And, you know, we're going to have 6 people qualify this weekend. In a couple of weeks, we're going to have the EU WCQ as well. We're going to find out the 6 representing EU. But for now, our first NA representative, I guess, is representing EU because he really looks like he's representing France already. Like, he came here dressed for the occasion. He knew where he wanted to go. He's ready to go back home, and now he has manifested his destiny, and he's going to head back. And the respectful handshake there as you're walking off. Because Clifton is like, he's a true duelist. He just enjoys playing the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! He knows the cards aren't always going to fall his way, but he's going to play the cards the best that he can and give himself every opportunity to make that happen.
Yeah, it's actually interesting to think how many players this weekend Clifton would have been able to bait out that barrier a little bit early by threatening prior to the Rise Heals. his ritual monsters. But there's a reason why Julian made it this far into this particular weekend's tournament, and that's because he's been putting in the work for 365 days. He wasn't going to be fooled by that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it would have been very easy. You see Habakiri, Saji tribute off, add ritual, activate ritual, to summon from deck. Like you're summoning a
You say you're gonna go next turn, but that's on Copium. They're not getting banned. They're getting limited or some shit.
Turn off the Mitsurugi ritual for the rest of the turn.
His pin is upside down.
You still have Hearts Cryptor, Firewall.
Which one?
Deal with like the on-field Ryzeal cards. Maybe there was definitely a line where he could have.
You're back on top 10. Let's go.
Heads up there from Julian. Deserved win against Clifton, and I think we're standing by with our winner.
Give us Sir Charmy. Yeah, Meows would be nice. Yeah.
At the World Championship this year. Take it away, Jackie.
Let's hear it for Julian. You're going to Worlds.
The pot?
How do you feel? Look at this.
No, the pot looks fine to me. Maybe it's a mirror.
Right now, I'm really happy, especially this year it's in France, and that's where I'm from. So I'm really happy to go home and represent both the US and France at the same time.
Anything you want to say to all your friends out here who are hooting and hollering for you?
I want to thank all of them for all the support. They literally like spent more time testing with me for this than for their for Nats. So I really appreciate all of them.
Oh, I love all the smiles.
Julian kind of cute.
So we are seeing a lot of Mitsurugi and Malice. So why did you pick Malice?
So I've been playing Malice since Houston, and I think in this format, there's just going first is too strong. So you need a deck that can play as many hand traps as possible. And for me, that's Malice. And then Mitsurugi Ryzeal plays too many bricks, so I didn't like that.
Where they
so
find a tall Asian woman? Jackie G's awesome. I like her.
The more charmies, that just, yeah, it feels good.
Okay, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you told me you've been playing competitively for just a year.
Yeah, I started in January of 2024. And then last year was my first Nats, and I went 3-3. So I think I've come a long way since then.
How does it feel? This journey
Curry
is wild. You're on this stage, you're going to Worlds.
I'm super excited, and I'm excited to start testing for Worlds with all my friends again and just go as far as I possibly can.
I'm sure there are people watching at home and they cannot believe that you did this in a year. What do you want to say to them?
I'm just a regular guy, so if you can do it, if I can do it, you can too.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, that's so corny. I love it.
I'm still
It's so fucking corny.
I mean, I came all the way here, so I'm not for glory. Just try to go as far as possible.
They're all chuckling and laughing at that. Okay, and is there anything you want to say to your family, friends?
Yeah, I want to thank my mom, my girlfriend, everyone, and my siblings for being super supportive. And my 2 kittens that I adopted a week ago. They're the goats.
What are their names?
Luna and Lila.
Oh my
Not
god.
so much. Okay, let's hear it for Julian, everybody.
I'm a regular guy.
We're gonna send it back to our casters.
Luna and Lila. Those are good names. Lila's a good cat name.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write that one down for maybe some future cats.
Plug Luna Lights right now. Plug it right now.
Yeah, so this is our first representative going, and this is huge. Just the past 2 years, just so you know, all 4 players who qualified from the points playoff have made the top cut at the World Championship, and 2 of them each year have become the World Champions.
Billy,
So
I'm waiting for you to sell Luna Lights from the hit
he's gonna have to get started
release.
testing as soon as he can. A lot of
Duelist
new
Advance.
things that you're gonna have to be able to learn for the World Championship.
So he starts January of 2024 and can be a world champion by the summer of 2025.
That's incredible. It really shows you if you put the time in, the practice, and play a lot, you really can grow really fast. As long as you're just, looking at what's wrong and how to get better, that's all it takes. Don't make excuses. Learn. Don't make excuses. But we still have another final that's coming up that we're going to go to. But before we find out who our other Worlds Qualifier competitor is going to be, let's talk about something awesome that's coming up that I'm going to be at. That's right. It's we're going to be Konami at Comic-Con 2025, July 23rd to the 27th, booth number 3713. You can't miss us. You're going to be able to bring your own deck and duel the master. I'll be one of those masters along with some other excellent duelists. Also get your token made. You can immortalize yourself forever as a Yu-Gi-Oh card at the token booth. It's always really, really popular at ARC booth at Comic-Con. And of course, you can get your hands on this beautiful, amazing, sweet-looking game mat featuring Odeon and one of the.
Are Luna Knights not his favorite cards? I guess not.
The master. That mat came out really well, and I can't wait to be able to get one of those at Comic-Con. So if you're there, make sure you stop by the booth, say hi to me. I'll definitely talk to you for a minute and see, you know, what's going on. We have a lot more exciting stuff that you're going to want to check out at San Diego Comic-Con. I can't wait to be there, and I hope to see you there too. But we have another top 4 match coming up that we're going to find out who is going to be joining Julian in representing North America at the World Championship. So stay tuned. The players are standing by. Don't go anywhere. We still got more dueling action to come.
All right, what's next? I think this is the last duel of the day, I think. Because, so, for those who don't know, this isn't the WCQ. We're like a day before. This is day 0. This is the player points playoff. These points were amassed by attending events. You earn points by topping or winning. And the top 16 duelists among that points ranking system have to face off. So 16, single elimination, and then there's 2 spots. So this is the last one because there's no finals. So there's no point in playing out of finals if you determine who goes to Worlds in the semifinals. Not a single female in sight. Bruh. There's a guy with long hair. My spot Miwa? Miwa's there? That's cool. I don't know what to look for. The only person I know, and that's only because I recently met her. I only know Genmu. I can only recognize her. Honestly, I don't know if I would be able to because I only met her once, right? I don't know if like her appearance is like burned into my mind. Miwa. I saw the long hair guy, had a second look. Did you see this guy? What the fuck just happened? Genmu's at Nats? No. It was just last week. I went over to AX. I went over AX to say hi. We just like talked for like an hour, and then I went to go lunch with my friend. But that was what are these people doing? They're just waiting for next round. Oh, I don't know actually. I guess they're just trading, hanging out. Maybe there's some side events. Maybe it's a side event. I don't know actually. But there were people. Oh, raiders. Oh yeah. Hi Miku. How's it going? Thank you so much for the raid. Miku raid. All right, shout out. Let's go. We're just watching that WCQ. Raid. This time we're the raiders. Hello, hello. How you know you met Genmu, not Genba? Who's Genba? I've never heard Genba in my life, so I'm pretty sure I've... Match with Labyrinth would be gained... Huh? And Malice with Lubellion. Genbug Mata. Jaka. Joker. Millennium Tenpai? Oh my god. The next iteration of Fiendsmith Tenpai. Boo. Again, boo. Millennium Senpai is insane, don't hate, bruh. Ain't no one hating, alright? Yeah, I don't know what they're up to.
Hello, Duelists Live.
When I went to the venue at YCS Anaheim, there were just people just chilling on Friday. And it was like at 6 p.m. There were still people there. I don't know what they were up to.
From Seattle, Washington, in his first ever streamed match, he wants to dedicate this one to all of his friends in Seattle and Texas. Jeremy Glassman. And his opponent today in the red chair, coming in from Los Angeles, California. He wants to dedicate this match to his team, Frozen Card Gaming. Give it up for James Markowitz.
Okay, it's not James McAvoy.
All right, James, I want to get your thoughts ahead of this match. This win would bring you to Worlds. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Do you feel
Wait,
like you can take
did
this
anyone
one?
hear that?
I hope so.
All right, James, I'll let you focus up on the match here. And I got to ask Jeremy, first streamed match, how are you feeling?
Just want my Gold 3 rank up game. Don't ever tell me again. But I never said anything about it being...
All right, I like it. Good sportsmanship.
Hear what? Okay, you guys didn't hear it. Okay.
All
right.
I'll let you shake hands. Everybody give it up
I clicked on something on Discord.
Winner. Go to Worlds. Let's throw it over to the casters.
All right.
Thank you much, Steven. We have Jeremy and James. Good to see James again.
All right,
Highlighting
here.
once again that Mitsurugi Ryzeal. And here we have Jeremy playing the exact same thing. A mirror match in the final top 4 to decide the WGQP winner.
I heard it just gaslighting you.
Certainly a lot.
You heard weird money. You got okay. You're gaslighting.
Not necessarily faces we see here all the time at the top table. I think a little bit of the nerve show, but I love the sportsmanship. I love that they're here and locked in.
Tier 0?
And while we are going to see these two duelists play the same deck, their
I don't think
lists
so.
are relatively
I mean, this is
different.
only a
These
top
duelists
16
here,
match.
This is not
Top
going to be a
16 single
perfect
elimination
mirror
tournament, so it's hard to
It's
say.
interesting that you say that. Like we have a bit of new blood, I think.
How many
in
Mitsu?
this,
There's only
WQP
we
here
saw
for the
Malice, we saw
WQP
Onomat,
season.
Ryzeal.
We saw Julian,
It's like I said, this is a top 16 top. This is a 16 player single elimination tournament. So I don't know if it says much about representation. It's like different.
Jeremy playing his first ever feature match as the feature match to get himself into Worlds.
No.
I imagine it's a little.
You didn't think you would add that, Redeem? Oh, did you send him it?
I think it'll be my best time on stage, right? I'm saving myself for the World Championship, but that's exactly what Jeremy has done here.
It's so good.
I think that there are
Yeah, I need
still
to save this.
undiscovered duelists out there, right? There's somebody who can hear our voice right now. Maybe they're just putting cards on the table, sorting out their deck list. Maybe they're watching this as a VOD in 2026.
That was me downloading
But
the.
they may be our next World Championship competitors. That's incredible.
And you know what? Maybe we're selling Jeremy short. Maybe he only.
That was me downloading the Bibu clip.
And you don't get much higher than if I win. I go
Judeo
to
Yaps?
Worlds. If I
Yeah.
don't,
One
I
day
gotta
we'll
come back
find out who
and win.
Judeo Yaps
And
was.
that's
If it
fine.
turns out to be
What a
Gimlet, I'm gonna be so
just to be
happy.
able to just show up, get it done, your first year, this caliber of play, get through the tournament, think about the bracket. We have a long list of all the achievements of just the people that Jeremy has bested, but if I started reading them
I'm
now,
responsible
we
for
would
a
be
couple
here
of
till
redeems. The
tomorrow. And Jeremy
progenitor.
has made this on his first year, and James, also a relatively fresh competitor, doing just the same. This just shows you that anybody on any given tournament with a 40 to 60 card deck list, 15 cards on the side, 15 in the extra, regardless of what they choose, if you have the great determination, you might
You
be
don't
going to
remember
the
the
World
name?
Championship.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's not about record. It's not about what you've done. It's about what you're going to do next. You know, it's about earning that spot. And both these players have earned their spot here today. But only one duelist can join Julian as they head into Paris today.
This is going to be a lot. I can't imagine what the duelists are feeling up there, but at a certain point, you've played against great competitors, you've played good duels, so all you got to do is just kind of keep your head low and put the cards on the table.
How many cards do you play?
And then specifically, this mirror match is going to be, I think, really interesting. Like you said, there are some notable differences that hopefully we'll be able to call out once they happen. But it's as simple as balancing Mitsu versus Ryzeal. They got a little ahead of themselves. They're like, I want to roll right now. And they're like, well, you got to slow down for the stream a little bit, which has its benefits. You know, you get to take your time. Everything starts at once. You're separate from everything else. It's just about you and your opponent, and that's it.
Once you get over the nerves of the audience and the impact of the duel, it is a better environment on the featured match stage, right? You got your own personal judge, you got your own personal staff, you got noise-canceling headphones, you got a desk, nobody's sitting next to you, right? You don't have to bump elbows with your fellow duelists. It's a good vibe, so let's get with that good vibe on Game 1 of the final semifinals to find out who's going to Paris,
Let's go.
France.
All right, here's the ever-important roll. We've got 11 coming from Jeremy. I believe they're rolling for high.
All right, Mitsurugi Rising Mirror.
And there we see Jeremy proudly announcing he's going first. Something we noticed when James was playing in the last round that you and I got to commentate was rhythm was really important to him. You know, he chose to concede a game because he's like, I don't want to just sit here and waste time. I want to just...
Am I in there who wants to be my personal judge?
Let's make sure I have enough to go play the rest of these games.
What do you mean by this? Do you mean like someone
Here we are,
who
first play of
will
that
make
game
calls
coming
in your
from
favor?
Coming down from James. And there we have the response in the main phase of Mitsurugi.
You were getting elbow at
from
Nats?
Jeremy.
How do you know this? Did she tweet about that?
From hand and from
I know
back,
Miwa
Sword
tweets from
Serpent,
like 2 accounts.
as well as probably the Kusanagi to get that ritual back.
James already went ahead and made his draw, but I think that Jeremy has the right idea here because I think the card numbers are going to even out, right? You're going to get the Night Sword Serpent back. Of course, you get the Amenomurokumo no Mitsurugi on the field. You're going to go ahead and get the Saji effect. So it feels good. Even though you're giving your opponent 1 card, you're getting a lot back in return.
My ability to see the future has thwarted me. We're actually going to be seeing Saji being tributed as the second here to get access to another Mitsurugi card. This is why I give us the prayers here.
Oh, Twitter, okay.
Otherwise have, which can give us our main interaction using the Murakumo during James'
Oh, I mean
turn.
Miwa? Aw.
We just already had the second ritual in hand.
Must be nice. We've
It's
seen
nice.
some
It was nice,
incredible luck. That last duel that we got to see from the seats, you know, it's incredible to see.
Besides Genmu, I had a long-time friend online that we pretty much just talked on Skype, Discord, Yu-Gi-Oh forum for a long-ass time. We go way back, like 2012,
Seems like, you know, some Mitsurugi duelists, they want
and I didn't meet him until 2 years ago.
Game. The Futsu certainly helps that with
Skype,
the
yeah. Skype sucked ass. I don't know how anyone talked on that platform. Even when it was popular, that shit was ass.
So far, so good. Jeremy's got a bunch of snakes on the field.
But we talked to each other for since 2012, and then it wasn't until a couple years ago that we like. Do you remember MSN? No, I actually didn't have the internet, regular access to the internet.
The only one not on the field right now is
when that was a
Habakiri. We
thing.
almost have everybody out. Let's go.
But yeah, in like 2013, we actually met up and got to say hi.
Still deciding.
Is that Gallic Granite he's eyeing
I
up
think
right there?
it is Gallic Granite. He's maybe going for a Nibiru.
Is it Granite? I love Skype. All right, my bad for dissing Skype.
Your own monsters. You are tributing your own monsters.
You're basically activating their effects.
Yeah, and like that feels almost unfair.
Imagine if Nibiru said, get rid of your opponent's board and also activate all your monster's effects. That's basically what you're doing.
Well, it's that Mitsurugi privilege for certain, but now he goes ahead and passes the deck.
Judeo Yav loaded,
here,
nice.
So maybe not going back in anytime soon.
Now, like, I remember people accuse you of being that guy. Now you can live up to those the allegations.
Maybe, or for just like a regular old SP play because we have the Futso. It looks like we did not access our Ryziel engine this game because of the Perulia sort of keeping us off that, but this board seems more than good enough. We only gave up 1 draw over to James to unlock all of this. We have Habakiri in our hand next turn for the follow-up, and we have, I believe, a known Purification and a known Prayers face down. If you're Jeremy, it's pretty. Oh, and a known Nibiru, too. James needs to play through a lot here. Pretty good start, if I say so myself, using the effect to summon from the deck.
Great use of the normal summon here. It's certainly a good commit there because you're going to get a lot if this normal summon goes through, so why not? But it looks like Jeremy is going to put his hand down, and we may be going into the deck to special summon.
Yeah, usually you don't need to necessarily interact with the main deck monsters of Ryziel decks. Usually you just want to interact with whatever they summon. So the second he goes for like a duo drive or something, he can just go IP, make SP, and banish it because everything's ignition on that card, so who cares if it gets to attach?
I'm curious to know if you might forego one of the searches, knowing the Nibiru the Primal Being is there, and try to put down a Star Ryziel perhaps to set the field spell?
Yeah, but you have until your 5th summon to do that, so it just depends on how rushed he wants to go here.
He's not rushing this time. He's going to use Sword. And we're going to go ahead and use the Futsu to grab another monster out of the graveyard here. And I think we're going for the Murakumo just to clear out the 2 Xyz materials before they Xyz.
Yeah, Futsu will be able to bring that card back. And that's what's really cool about having Futsu plus IP. You just get extra material that way while still maintaining your Prayers plus Murakumo combo. And then, yeah, like you said, at the end of this, we might just go activate prayers, get rid of this Murakumo, get all the value in the world.
I don't have any triggers. By the way, for newer duelists, they're doing a great job communicating, talking about the open game state, talking about whether or not the turn player who has priority has any fast effects. This is good Yu-Gi-Oh!
True.
So X tier could force the IP, but then you'd lose access to. You've already used Sword, Ice, and X then, which basically is all of your main Ryzeal starters, unless you have more ways to extend from there in hand already. But even if you don't try to force the IP,
So Malice and Ryzeal news. Guys, this is a 16-person tournament.
He is.
Where is okay? Where are you getting this information? All right.
And Purification are both
the actual NAWCQ has not started.
We're chaining Futsu here to the Sky Blaster, which I believe does need to target the set card, and he targeted the one in the middle. Just a question of here what he brings back.
It's good to see Fallon in play. It's such a cool card and interacts obviously with a bunch of different decks very well, including because of X Ryzeals being able to send to the graveyard, but it's also a nice target for
I'm watching it right now. Okay.
Yeah, basically having like both Aggregator and Valen to like Swiss Army knife you when you're going second in a Ryzeal deck is so nice.
But they are the best decks? Okay, but I'm not going to conclude new decks have no chance or some shit when our representation is like what these people vying for the world spot think is the best. You know what I mean? Only 16 people.
It doesn't feel bad when you are adding so much value back into your hand so you have follow-up plays. And really that's what Mitsurugi is all about. It establishes strong plays at first, but it stays in the duel like none other.
Oh yeah, and it just has so much value on both your turn and your opponent's turn. And the interactions happen on the field, in the graveyard, while being tributed, while being summoned. So many ways to just proc all these powerful reptiles. We still have not Special Sword using its own effect, that is true.
Was waiting to see when the IP Masquerena would be activated. Now we're going to get to see what's up. It's not going to be Dynamondo, but we do have 3 link materials.
Alphabets, yeah.
Possible here. And it seems like the choice is going to be just an SP Little Knight, the classic.
Going for the banish on that sword there to keep him off, going for a rank 4 play. We still have 4 of the cards in hand. We still have potentially all of our Mitsurugi cards up for James. I did just see a Hobby Carry flash camera there. And we had the just special. That is actually so huge here because we've already forced out the Regeki effect from Murakumo, meaning we need a new way to get rid of these bodies. And because we didn't use... Because it's not an activated effect, right? It just summons, so you can't SP in response to node.
That is correct.
Meaning we can
Where do you get this copy pasta? What the fuck?
Detonator here if we wanted to.
Definitely feel like you have to, and perhaps James agrees. He's picking up his extra deck here, looking through.
But Purification's still pretty scary because we were not able to get rid of that using the Valen. That was definitely the card that James wanted to hit because it just would give his detonator the utmost protection. So he needs to be a little bit terrified here of that Purification. Trying to think about how we can play around it, I guess.
Just taking a moment to pause here.
You typed it all out?
It looks
oh
like
my god.
Blue, blue, and blue.
Which one of them being Habakiri is pretty good because that essentially means
that's dedication.
He'd summon 2 of them.
It almost seems like he's trying to play just within the Ryzeal components of his deck.
Yes.
Oh, that'll get it.
Exciton Knight. Jeremy definitely has more cards than James, and this threatening to board wipe Jeremy is so huge. Oh, battle phase attack the SP.
So smart.
Get that out of here. Yeah, he's like, I'm not trying to win the game this turn.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
We're doing it. So detaching X Ryzeal, trying to destroy everything, but it looks like we're going to go ahead and tribute to get rid of the Mitsurugi Purification. And now he's cleared everything, so that Habakiri in hand reveal, and we are off to the races.
Really good job here from James, just playing through all of these interruptions that Jeremy was able to set up. But obviously we're still resolving all the effects here of Purification. We're going to be getting Mirror, which is the Mitsurugi ritual spell that came out in Alliance Insight. Basically gets to add itself back and be reused throughout the entire game.
Powerful card for sure, and also helps a lot of different other ritual support since it does name the cards on it, which is nice.
True.
Let's see as we cut the deck if we are going to see a change in the tempo of this duel as James is able to go ahead and start using Mitsurugi cards now. There's nothing else to look forward to.
No, keep it. Let's go.
In terms of negation or activated effects.
Besides like any unknown.
07 but Ord. He negated it though. The trap negates an effect and destroys
that actually is going to hurt.
the card. So
Mitsu cards, right? If those get tributed, you're fine.
I think James is in a rough spot.
Already used a bulk of his Mitsu cards effect, so if they get tributed again, nothing's really going to happen.
Right, so we are going to go ahead and swap that out.
Effective Saji.
Yep, so we're going to use Saji effect here to get access to hopefully Mitsurugi Ritual, which if he gets, that could be pretty huge. We're going to summon Saji from the graveyard as Jeremy.
You're addicted to that?
Prayers here if you're
It's funny. It's funny.
Because you have cards in your hand.
My favorite. You know what? It's funny seeing. You know, you probably watch Ray, right?
Consider that Nibiru, the primal being, is coming around,
seeing him do that shit is like while speaking is hilarious to me.
Could just give you a token, and last I checked, that primal token.
Dumb.
Aw.
And you still have the Habakiri Search as well, which is pretty valuable. And the fact that you have to probably summon from hand if you're James does make the Mitsurugi Ritual a bit less appealing. But
okay, we're not playing Pocket anymore. I just decided no, I don't feel like playing.
Interesting change in tempo.
Talking to you is so good.
That we watched on stream was Malice versus Ryzeal, and it was explosive, and everybody was just doing everything. This is a very slow and conservative
this
is a
lesser-known creator, you know.
Shot at being in the World Championship.
So there we see the second copy of Habakiri being tributed for the prayers. I believe that means James is paying 800 more life points. Sorry, James is paying 800 life points here to probably add. There's a world where you could get Aramasa here because I believe we've normal summoned.
That's crazy though. You don't know the go.
Tribute some more. We bring back the Saji, and then effective Habakiri will let him search again. This will probably get Ritual. Yep. And because I know we have another Ritual monster in hand, I believe it's Murakumo, we can go Ritual, summon from hand, tribute the Aramasa that's in hand, and then get value that way, too. Or we're just going to save the Aramasa for follow-up, too. That's a really good heads-up play from James.
Yeah, it should be. Oh, yeah, 61. Yeah,
so I believe the total life points right now are 61 to 72.
Duelist making sure to keep track again, a little bit of a differential there since Jeremy activated more instances of take 800 damage, but also took a little bit off the top there from the SP Little Knight getting attacked.
Yep, so there we see the Night Sword Serpent and the Kusanagi going to the yard. The Kusanagi will now activate, and so will the Night Sword Serpent.
Kusanagi chain link 2, Murakumo chain link 2. The target of Kusanagi will be...
Alright, so targeting prayers with Kusanagi. We're going to Raigeki the board using Murakumo's effect. We do not have a battle phase. We already used it. Night Sword Serpent is back. His own Night Sword Serpent on Jeremy's side will activate because it is a different turn for him. It is worth noting.
I was imagining saying so much Orm right now. Orm. Reggie, yeah, you caught me yawning. You caught me lacking.
Yeah, force him just
W Orm. Orm.
But surely if
that's my favorite KBJ
just plays right into Nibiru's hands. But I guess
chat message.
Kind of nice too.
Yeah, I feel like that would be the moment. If I see the Ryzeal duo drive as Jeremy as the duelist. Of course, he's in the driver's seat. He's the one with the dual disc on. But that seems like when you want to clear it out, right? You would have to deal a little bit with the Murakumo, but you would just dodge the Ryzeal duo drive and stop all the follow-up for the following turn.
Also, really heads up here from Jeremy, not paying the cost for Murakumo, just letting that Night Sword Serpent stay in the graveyard because every card in his hand, if I remember them correctly, are all crazy. Alright, so there's the duo drive. Effect to attach has been called, and we're going to let that happen.
But it's only the attachment effect.
Yes.
Unless he just drops down. And even if you did drop down the Ryzeal cross field spell... Oh, okay, so we are going to Nibiru. We're going to go
Oh, fuck. As far as I understand, like the duo drive shouldn't resolve because it didn't. It's like Sprite, Gigantic Sprite, where it has to detach.
800 defense.
Yeah, 2,800.
2,800.
2,800.
But I think the
Murakumo's
Murakume,
effect was already activated this turn to Raigeki.
the ritual will trigger. I don't know if he already used it though.
Worth noting. Or was it already attributed this turn? No, I don't think it was. It was just summoned off Mitsurugi Ritual.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to go ahead and grab the Mitsurugi Prayers. It is back.
We have double prayers in hand as James. Ooh, that's really good.
Murakumo, yeah.
James Mabel will
Oh,
walk this one back
it
again,
special
using
summons
his Ryzeal
itself
cards to
when
play through
distributed?
Everything Jeremy established, setting a card and passing for turn.
But it's worth noting too that Jeremy still has access to his
Ogres
full
can
Ryzeal
stop it? Yeah,
cards,
Ogre can stop
single
it.
one of his
The
cards.
problem is,
And he hasn't even used his
they might have
He's
Ryzeal
gonna do
Cross
right
set
now
up
in his main phase.
to negate the Ogre. But yes, yeah, that's
and
correct.
Sacrifice a card to use that Habakiri effect. We're going to get rid of that useless Perulia because we control Nibiru, the Primal Being. It is worth noting, too, by the way, that this Nibiru being in play, I was going to say is a problem, but we're tributing it because I believe Jeremy drew extra Ryzeal for turn.
You definitely need to get rid of those non-level 4 monsters from the field, but good news, Nibiru has been sent home packing.
Yep, and then we see the Kusanagi bringing back the Mitsurugi Ritual. There we see the extra Ryzeal that I talked about. Getting rid of the Valen to force out the Mitsurugi prayers on James's side. Which honestly, this is probably when he wanted to use it anyway, because it's going to be a really powerful Raigeki effect here thanks to Murakumo to get rid of these two materials. But we know Jeremy has Mitsurugi Ritual in hand.
Still has to get through that relatively sizable token, but only 2,800 defense is not too bad. Looks like we're going to go ahead and put the Kusanagi in defense mode. Oh, no, excuse me, that's Adamasa.
Yeah.
It's upside down, difficult to see.
No, that's Kusanagi.
Oh, it is Kusanagi,
Yeah,
okay.
you were right the first time. Trust your instincts.
I'd like to go...
I'll believe in the heart of the cards, or at least that card.
Chain Link 2, targeting the ritual spell.
Yep, getting his own ritual back using James's Kusanagi, and then of course Murakumo comes back and also searches for a card. Looks like we're gonna get another copy of Prayers. Yes, we are. And then Murakumo will Raigeki Jeremy's board. But we still have Ritual, and I believe, is that Ice Ryzeal in hand?
I think I saw Sword for sure. And it's wild because it means we haven't dropped down a single Ryzeal card. And we're still playing Mitsurugi, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of a Habakiri to bring on a Habakiri.
And then Habakiri effect when tributed is going to go ahead and search for another Mitsurugi card here. This one will probably be Prayers. And Prayers can bring back Futso, and then Futso can bring back everything else.
Oh, but it looks like we had an illegal activation here. Jeremy does not have a card he can activate from his deck to the hand. Just going to be a procedural error, which is a minor warning.
There is no search target for Habakiri, understood.
Yeah, so we just activated an effect he couldn't resolve. That's okay. It happens even to the best and brightest duelists.
Yeah.
But that should just be a warning for this unless he's previously received it. It looks like we're fine. So
Habakiri, yeah, Habakiri. That's strong. Holy shit.
Sword Ryzeal getting Ice. Normal summon Ice Ryzeal here. This will allow him to special summon from the deck a copy of Node Ryzeal.
Okay.
Just getting that out there. I mean,
Dude, it's game
to my
one,
knowledge,
cycling
James
a lot
knows
longer
that-
than I thought.
Sorry, Jeremy
feel
knows
like
that
it hasn't
James
been
has
that long.
no interactions from this point forward. We've already used everything that was known.
This is his moment.
So he's probably just trying to figure out a way to get damage here. Luckily, this Habakiri is reducing everything by 800 attack, but not defense, I believe.
Yep.
But Detonator's pretty big, so he should be able to fight through this board no problem.
Specifically large enough to get through the token just through the battle phase if needed.
I mean, he's actually strong enough to get through the Murakumo.
Yeah.
And but that token does have a lot of attack points, so if you're Jeremy, definitely get rid of it. And Murakumo's going to do it. And there we see James asking if he can concede this game.
Yeah, he ought to. Okay.
Yep, and there we see him scooping it up here. We saw this mentality from James in the round that we saw previously. He knows he's not winning. He's not going to waste his time. He's feeling good. He wants to go first in game 2 and try to get his rhythm back so that way he can take down this whole entire match.
Very important to consider that time because, again, some decks lose life points as part of their strategy. Whether you're Malice or Mitsurugi taking 800 all the time, you do need to think about the clock. And even though there is an extended clock for this, we still have 37 minutes left. Well, if that game takes about the same time, that time will be over before you know it.
But game 1 goes to Jeremy G. What an honest masterclass of what just
I'll
the
be right
Mitsurugi
back.
engine
I'm gonna
can
grab
do.
something to eat.
He did all of that first turn setup through Perulia, only giving up 1 draw over to James. And thanks to the inclusion of Futsu in his deck, he was able to get a mountain of extra bodies and extra ways to reuse that Murakumo over and over again during James's turn.
So I had an interesting thought. You know, we've discussed before countless times in countless different formats. You know, when Dimensional Barrier is part of the conversation, sometimes you run 2 different types of decks so that you can dodge 1/2 a Dimensional Barrier. Great example is this deck, right? It's got Rituals and Xyz monsters. However, it also has ways to play around both Purulia and Fualos.
Yeah.
Right? You can either go all extra deck or all from deck and really try to bounce between those so you're not giving your opponent a single card. So really strong play from Jeremy, but with people with stats like these, don't doubt it a second.
And once again, we're seeing the power of Mitsurugi Great Purification. I mean, that card was just putting a lockdown on so many of James's cards to the point where he was trying to force it out with things like Balon and his entire Ryzeal engine. He basically had to sacrifice just because Purification was in play, and he could never safely just make Detonator.
I feel like it hadn't been part of the conversation before, but it's really good to see it. I always love when you get to see like every single card, which is, yes, why I get excited when we see Ryzeal Plasma Hole.
Yeah.
But it is nice. All these cards do something different and unique, and so to find a duelist with the creativity that we've seen today, or like, yeah, you know, I am going to try that trap card out. It's paying off. Really is. Also,
I want to point out that these duelists side decked for 30 seconds, and they are ready to go. They are so confident of their game plan that they just are, they want to get on with game 2.
Remember how they got here? They had to be the duelists who won the most at events across North America, from regionals to all the OTS events, etc. So yeah, I don't think you need more than 30 seconds. They're like, nah, I know what I'm doing. This is just another day for me.
Oh yeah, especially when that conversation of rhythm comes into mind, especially when you're playing a mirror match. 2 decks that are evenly matched, 2 duelists that are clearly evenly matched. They both deserve to be here. Looks like they're getting ready with their opening hands. Just getting clarification on when they can start.
Yeah, it's not working.
But here we go. Game 2. James v. Jeremy.
Okay.
Just getting, I guess, a bit of a technical difficulty there with the microphone.
But all right, looks like we got it fixed. So this is wild again. If you're Jeremy, you're 1 duel away from going to the World Championship. And if you're James, well, you can make it back, but you've got a little bit more work ahead of you.
I'm feeling the heart murmur come back. Oh my goodness, the intensity is electric.
Oh no, I was joking about it earlier, but I'm like, no, this is really difficult to watch. Oh my goodness.
Use prayers?
Starting off with prayers, usually a pretty good start. Yeah, just guarantees you access to your Mitsu engine. We're not going to be tributing, so we only get one of the effects, and we're going to be getting the search effect to get Habakiri, which will turn on every other part of our deck.
Did peep an Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring in Jeremy's hand, so it might be about when he wants to use it.
And then really cool play here from James, being like, here's my X immediately after knowing you have Habakiri. Which do you want to stop?
Wow, so using the Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring since the Ryzeal Duo drive was sent to the graveyard, so there's no chain link blocking here. Looks like that is going to get negated unless we drop down something else.
Yeah, that tells me he really, really feels confident in stopping the Mitsu cards, but doesn't feel confident in stopping the Ryzeal cards. But that might not matter, because I think I see a 7 Tachyon in James's hand.
Oh, wow. That is going to change the tempo of this duel for sure. Being able to add any of your necessary combo pieces just by revealing an Xyz monster feels pretty good.
But usually your target for that is X, but he'll just be able to get Ice, I believe, instead, and then just normal summon that.
Plasma Hole is what I call thruster after I'm done with it? What the fuck?
Usually it does. But we're actually going to start off with the Habakiri here to get access to our Mitsu engine, because that will guarantee us a
Laughs and Dynamorphia.
Sequence we go for here.
What
We're
happened?
going to get Ritual here, using
Why are we talking about second gen? Living this exact moment before?
And then we're going to get Ritual to summon from hand, going to be...
What happened? I mean, did he just... Is he just full comboing?
Getting Nexus Serpent, that's going to be that level 4 I was talking about. And then
did he Ash Habakiri? Did he activate prayers in draw phase?
Night Sword, Chainlink 1, Kusanagi, Chainlink 2, targeting the ritual spell.
Yep, we
Deja vu.
Mitsurugi Ritual here because we still have not used the effect to summon from the deck. And now we can use Ritual to tribute our own Habakiri and then get all the value out of that card being tributed as well. But first, we're going to go into, I believe, our first XZ summon of the turn.
Feels appropriate for a Ryzeal Duo drive, especially considering that we sent a Ryzeal Duo drive to the graveyard. And yep, that's exactly what we got.
I mean, this is the dance that the Mitsurugi Ryzeal deck just does against every single deck in this format.
You're seeing the same thing in a different timeline. Okay.
Stop this one. I'm just going to do this one. Oh,
you've been through this? Oh, I see. No.
So we are going to make sure to put an Xyz monster in the graveyard. James trying to figure out which is the best combination of cards to put down there. But it is searched 2 times, so the 2 cards will add. It looks like he sort of pre-selected the Ice Ryzeal. See what else he wants to get.
Is this... What summons are we at right here? We have 1, 2, 3. I think this is summon number 4.
Looks like we're going Sword Ryzeal, and up next... Maybe Ice after all? Let's see.
Could be a cross line, so that way we have access to protection. But no, it's going to be Node Ryzeal coming down. And we're just going to special the sword. Not trying to play around Nibiru this game, it looks like. I think it's because we know we have so much extension here. Go ahead and use it if you want to. And there was that normal sword we were talking about. And there's
I like doing this.
So this will get access to our cross.
I mean, maybe he doesn't have any responses. I think that's kind of obvious. That's too obvious, but so I'm not going to read too much into it. This is pretty much how I just put my cards down and just stare.
Now it's a 3 material Xyz, so we're going to get out.
Oh my God! Evil Swarm Ouroboros. There it is. Let the hand rips begin.
That's gross.
And then randomly you discard a card from your opponent's hand. I believe that's a 1. It's gonna be the farthest left card. It's Futsu coming out of Jeremy's hand.
That's so gross.
Starter, more of a big boss monster, but it looks like we're also going.
Does he have Eclipse Twins? There's no way.
Eclipse Twins, and I believe I know what James is trying to do here. He's trying to summon back that way. Do it again.
You can, yeah. I mean, the Eclipse Twins will perfectly
Node,
set
send
it up
Eclipse Twins.
And yes,
I know this play.
Using the node, setting the Eclipse
You already know I'm
Twins,
gonna be. If I play Ryzeal, I'm gonna do this bullshit. Just to.
And notice that
I'm gonna
Jeremy
do
still
this
has his
bullshit.
hands
You
face
already
down.
know
He
I'd be
knows
hand
what's
ripping
going
with
on. He knows
Laplacian.
this is about to be another ripped card out of his hand.
And we still have full Mitsurugi combo left in hand with that Mitsurugi ritual. We're just doing this part in the in-between here.
Oh my god.
Here. That is
Alright, that's not. But it's so hard to play in the.
Any of the Mitsu ritual monsters probably, but here we see the Mitsurugi ritual.
You're so toxic.
Bringing out the Murakumo, using the graveyard.
That's on them.
Habakiri to summon itself back and search for another Mitsu card. This board is insane.
Duelist, are you seeing this? It is wild to see.
Oh my god, the
Evil Swarm
purification
Ouroboros in the field.
set.
Not once but twice, and it is getting common because of Eclipse Twins. But it's still
Cross draw one.
at this high level of play. Just
Draw into Ash Blossom. Oh my god, he's gonna draw into Ash Blossom.
This card 3 times in a single turn, and it's just so intense.
Okay, he didn't draw into Ash Blossom, but
that's all I'm gonna say. When you got 3 and you're not playing water, that's insane. It looks like we are passing for turn then.
I did see a Habakiri.
This is good. This will definitely get hit.
This board. That card might do it, but we have Purification.
You're the one who plays
and
tier
as we
cards.
know
You'll be
from
fine.
game
I'll just
one,
discard a
Purification
shuffler from
gives
your
us
hand.
the ultimate pin of some of the most powerful
So you can
cards
check
in
the
Ryzeal strategy.
Eclipse
So Jeremy
Twins.
definitely needs to keep that in mind. So we're going to use the effect of Cross here to negate on Resolution the Saji, and we're just going to scoop it up. Jeremy,
I appreciate that. Yeah, of course, of course.
Do 2 different kinds of negates, plus a 2-material detonator and Murakumo Raigeki. It's not worth my time. Let's go to game 3 just like you did.
That's incredible when you think about the fact that both of these semifinals are now going the distance. Right? The last semifinal went the distance. This semifinal is going the distance. We are at tournament point for both of these duelists.
And this is what James wants. You know, he wanted to, in that game 1, just scoop it up. He felt outside of rhythm. He's in game 2 now. He won. He went first. He did his full fancy Ouroboros combo, and now he's back in rhythm. And now he's so confident going into game 3. Even though he's not going first, he knows, I know how to win this game going second. He mentioned earlier, I love this deck because it's so good at going second, at breaking boards. He's confident. He just needs to do the dang thing, and he knows he can. And Jeremy needs to kind of come back. He started off really hot, but that was just, he just couldn't do anything about how good James's start was.
Well, I wonder if this is going to be a preview for upcoming events. Remember, we still have the North American World Championship qualifier tomorrow.
Yes.
And for duelists around the world, you know, the European World Championship qualifier will be in just a couple of weeks here. And I'm curious to know if the format evolves, whether or not people learn lessons from today. They'll learn
That's
lessons
crazy.
from this weekend. This is some incredible stuff
All
so
right.
far. So it's
Are we going to see D-Barrier?
Oh, yeah. The new
Take your pick.
Advanced format is
D-Barrier.
so fun. And while these, you know, 2 decks have been around for the past few months now.
No, I don't
Something
think we're going to see Harpy
exciting stuff to see
Featherstorm.
on the horizon. And both these players, though, are proving, you know, Mitsurugi Ryzeal is definitely deserving.
Yes? Okay, we're going to see D-Barrier. Okay.
All right,
Shared
now the
ride.
duelists are getting ready. Take a little bit more time to side deck here. As we're really just 1 duel away, and I don't know if they've been, you know, practicing just for Worlds or if they've been just focused on this moment, but this moment's really here for them. One of them is really going.
Game 2 is so much different than Game 3.
Yeah.
Game 3 is a different animal. And so just taking that little bit of extra time, that little bit of extra thought to be like, I know my game plan, right? Right?
I'd hope so. Maybe. But nice little pile shuffle at the end. Beautiful Team YCS sleeves there. And yeah, just kind of getting ready for this last moment. This is your sacred ritual, right? Speaking of great purifications, you just shuffle that deck one last time and just hope that it all comes out right.
And one interesting way to do it too, we saw like the absolute master.
The Ryzeal player will win. What about the Mitsurugi player?
And full on.
What's he doing? Bro, don't read into it.
What with that hand rip effect
Don't read into that. What do you mean, what is he
We
doing?
can mix the 2 together in this game 3, maybe.
That Ouroboros is incredible. And remember, that's just one of 3 effects, by the way. Imagine you like need to take 2 monsters. You just do it.
I'll show you. I'll show you what he's doing.
I'll steal that.
There are situations where you don't want to rip a card out of your opponent's hand, I suppose.
It's definitely some good stuff here, but it's like we are just cut. Jeremy wishing him good luck, but he is going to go ahead and go first. So it is Jeremy's last first turn.
The last hurrah. The winner of this match, Game 3, will join Julian in Paris, France this August. Will it be James or will it be Jeremy?
I was going to say no thoughts, only cards, because here we go. This is really it. These are the moves that matter most of all. Everything has led to this. Every car, road trip, every plane ticket, every regional. Here we go.
And there we see Mitsurugi players with no tribute.
The guy whose name is Jay has this one in the back?
Really well
True.
For James. Let's see if it will go equally well for Jeremy.
What about the 2-0 player?
There we see Fua in response to Habakiri effect. That is a guaranteed draw because
Okay.
it does get summoned.
Fucking prayers in draw phase.
If he tributes the same monster.
Will for sure win this
It's
spot.
summoned
Thank
and
you.
tributed. Yeah. Skipped a little bit of a step there. No worries, Jer.
Everybody knows what's going on. We've all been dueling with these cards for quite a while. But now we're going to see the XYZ.
John.
Jeremy's like, hey, I like the way you did stuff last turn. Start Habakiri and then go X. I think I'll do the same.
Oh, but getting the aggregator this time, likely to attach it to a detonator so that you have the ability to negate and destroy. Kind of separate, not exactly at the same time.
Mitsurugi Ritual, it will summon from hand, not from the deck. You get those double tributes here. Definitely wants to hold off on giving him that extra Fua draw if he can.
Right now, the math is good, right? He lost to Fualos, he gained a card, but it's basically like just facing an opponent with a 5-card hand. You just have to figure out how to play through without increasing the number of those cards.
He tributed the Murakumo from his deck, and now he's going to use Mitsurugi Mirror to ritual summon it from the graveyard and play around Molcharmi Fualos and still get access to Habakiri's tribute effect. That is a really cool heads-up play from Jeremy there.
Just aghast at how good these duelists are, but we are going to go ahead and get the Mitsurugi Parent and then special summon the Habakiri.
Okay, if you see the video cutting out,
Sword Ryzeal, of course, we are getting.
By the way, top 2 from this? Yeah, top 2 are going to Worlds. Yeah, top 2 are going to Worlds.
Yeah, and right now we might give up, you know.
This is a great NAWCQ finals.
Still fully set up, which I think
this might be the finals, actually. Yeah, like 48 hours from now, maybe a little bit longer.
I mean, he already
it's probably gonna be finals. Oh yeah. If you saw anything cut out or something like that, I think that was my microwave. I'm microwaving something, and it's probably like messing with the router.
And the Murakumo and another mysterious set card.
Ooh.
But we have the Nibiru, the Primal Being.
At first I expected the Duo Drive, but whether it's Duo Drive or Detonator, it doesn't matter with Nibiru, the Primal Being coming down. And while tripping those monsters is good, you've already used their effects, so you're going to get a little bit of a downgrade here with a big old token.
You could chain Detonator here just to blow it up, and like deny some attack points and stats, but
no Eclipse Twins. That's not going to help.
I mean, it does deny the stats, which I think is
true.
Well, I get no. You're sorry. You get the token, so you don't want to deny the stats. Usually, it's the other way around.
Mario, DCU, and MD.
Pop your own.
All right, I'll add the microwave, babe.
Yeah, not
because the Murakuma's effect was activated, so we're going to see
L router.
So he's going to go ahead and discard the Night Sword Serpent in order to sort of get this through.
I'm pretty sure he can't chain any of these cards that he set.
Yeah, because that would we're already resolving at this point.
Yeah, we're at the end of the main phase 1 essentially. Yep, we're just going to let it get tributed. This will be a gigantic token though. I think it's like 16 plus 15, 41 defense, and 52, 76 attack. We will get Mirror's effect to activate. I believe it just shuffles back in the deck.
Okay.
We're just double checking how it works.
Everything's fine. Definitely the time to double check.
Why heat up Blooming and Uber Eats?
That I believe Murakumo will.
My girlfriend doesn't like it when I do that.
Thanks to Mirror.
I mean, for good reason, you know.
Wow.
It's expensive.
So
for like there's like no reason to do that. To like pay more when we actually have like.
Is Mirror a hard?
Especially when we do have our refrigerator stocked.
Yeah, so you can only summon it with it once. Okay. So
the other thing is, I don't have that app installed.
And I believe Murakumo doesn't come back, right? Because it was tributed again.
That's correct. And so, yeah, you cannot use that. Jeremy's certainly reticent of it past his turn. James draws, and let's see what we get out next. Going to go ahead and drop down the Mitsurugi Prayers.
I will not be paying the cost.
Okay, so no additional cost here from Prayers. We're just going to be searching the Habakiri, the classic prayer search Habakiri line that we've seen time and time again.
Certainly a match made in the heavens. We are going to go ahead and reveal, looking for a response from Jeremy. He's considering his options. This is where it gets heated. Every single move they make is 1 mile closer practically to Paris.
Looks like it is Saji. Yep. And
Contributing to Bureau.
Yep. Classic, just to make sure we have access to our X later. And we already have 2 guaranteed level 4s, which means we have a guaranteed duo drive if we want it. We know that James plays 2, which is worth noting.
Depending on what's face down, this may be it. I'm not trying to call the game before it happens, but you imagine you just keep going and going. But it's Droll and Lockbird. Never mind, pull this over.
There it is. Droll and Lockbird are going to be stopping James from...
Doro and Lockbird, when? Fast food makes me super tired and sluggish? Oh, yeah. That's like a...
Contribute the Futsu that's in her hand, too, and get, like, a lot of value. But we might just also summon back. That is fine. Get it back to
that's a problem.
Tribute the board. Sorry, Regaki the board.
I mean, I don't mind it too much because my idea of an ideal day is to just like sleep in and like bed rot or whatever.
If we're Jeremy,
you know, born to dilly dally and all that.
Jeremy trying to be as aggressive as possible, not let a single Xyz monster.
Yeah, we have food at home. Oh my god.
I believe this.
My girlfriend loves making that fucking joke. She fucking loves saying, "Oh, but we have this at home." I don't know why.
It's okay, we went to Duel Academy, not Math.
But she also like...
Plus 25 is 43.
43.
Plus 800 is
51. I thought Habakiri had 800. It has 1800 defense. Okay.
She's very good at cooking. So when she sees something in a restaurant, she's gonna replicate it.
That's a big rock.
And then she drops the, oh yeah, we have this at home or something like that.
Yeah, it's 86.
Oh, they thought it was life points? That's funny. That's cute. That's fun.
A lot of numbers.
I believe both players are at 70.
We have food at home. True, we do have food at home.
Prayers was activated for both players this game.
Yeah, 800.
Yep.
That's correct, and then we should be updating the stats on screen as well.
Everyone forgets prayers. It happens all the time. They're like, it has 3 effects. It must have a crazy cost. Just pay 100 life points.
Instead of pay 800, it's take 800.
That's true.
Which is weird because weird situations.
Purification.
You activate a Rainbow Life and you're just going to gain life instead of take damage. That's fine. You can activate at 400 life points. Weird stuff. Don't need to know that now as we activate Rate Purification.
Oh my gosh!
Did you see that?
Take the token. 8600 attacks. Did
you see that?
Oh my gosh!
The fries are in the bag at home. Oh my god. Ain't no way.
Oh my gosh! Oh my
Take
gosh!
the token!
Take the token! 8600 attacks! There it is! Oh my gosh!
James tributes all of Jeremy's monsters for Nibiru the Primal being token and takes that token back. Before it even passes the board, Jeremy concedes the duel. And James says that was genuinely a really good match, and it was.
That's the craziest way I think I've ever seen someone win a game before.
You obviously haven't played those games where Nibiru tokens are your ending field. I play a lot of those decks and I've been smacked by a token, but never in a way where somebody went to Paris afterwards.
James literally said, how much attack does that token have? I was like, I wonder why he's asking that question. He's going to try to attack over with something. What's he going to attack over with? No, he wants to use it to win the game.
Wow, that is one way to turn your opponent's monsters against them, and James is just absorbing it. Look at the emotions there. Humble, happy, not even sure, but just I won the duel and just good Yu-Gi-Oh! Wow, just incredible.
I think he's like me.
Oh, wow, just incredible.
I think he's like me. He can't believe it. I was like,
Bruh.
Of all the things, me and Jeremy are on the same wavelength. He's like, oh yeah, I guess
that's a nice win con. I'll have to admit.
That means that following Julian, we know our second North American representative in the World Championship.
Let's go.
James Markowitz.
His name is James
The real event is over. Let's go home.
And remember, the energy on this one just a little bit different than the last duel.
I think for the NAWCQ, there's 4 spots available. I don't remember.
And now James
I don't follow TCG very well, so don't take my word for it.
Stunning.
I'm aghast. Now we know why Triple Tactic.
So I don't think they're gonna play out the top 4. Or maybe they will.
Oh yeah, excuse me, I just need that token real fast. I'm just going,
4 for main event, okay.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, wow.
Oh my gosh. I mean, you can't ask for a better way to go to Paris, I don't think. That was just, okay, I'm sorry everyone. I'm unintelligible right now. In no way did I think that turn was gonna go that way.
It definitely is the commentator's curse. You're like, there's this and there's that, and this. Oh, wait a sec, this game's just over. Okay.
Yeah, the game is just over. In case you guys didn't know, let me just show you.
Oh. And I see Jeremy, and obviously these two duelists to get this far in the tournament against some of the most stacked list of competitors with multiple YCS tops, UDS champions, all these different wins.
Duel cups are harder?
He still made it this far. So Jeremy, I know we're going to see him again very soon.
And we heard James talking earlier, too, about how much grinding he had to do this year to get to this position. And you can tell it paid off. You could tell he was in his rhythm. He felt confident, and his deck delivered. It gave him the
final boss task
to seal the game, and that was just...
That's heart of the cards.
You have to face him every time.
People are like, I don't believe in the heart of the cards. So calm down, Seto Kaiba, because if you don't put it in your deck, it's not there. And there are duelists who are like, you know, it's only the one triple tactics talent. It's so random. I always draw it like at an off time. I'm not going to use that anymore. Yeah.
If the cups are too soft, they would
because
leak.
That punched his ticket to the World Championship. Oh, good Yu-Gi-Oh!
I mean, if you're watching at home right now and you're not typing in the chat, "I was here," I don't know what you're doing. I'm here for this right now, and I just want to scream it from the top of my lungs. That was beautiful. James played amazingly, like you said, Jeremy. It did as well, and so did every single person that participated in today's WQP. We had amazing names like Adichie, like Jeffrey Jones, like Jib, like George Lucas Sacco. So many amazing players, and James and Julian are going to Worlds with the points playoffs. Love it.
Well, you know what's so wild about this? We still don't know who the 4 compatriots they'll have go with them. There's still craziness to happen this weekend.
We still have a whole tournament after today. That's crazy.
This is day 0. This ain't even the real thing. I mean, it is the real thing. But it is not the main event that we'll be having tomorrow, and that's just insane. Well, this will be the last time we throw to the stage, so why don't we do it together? You ready, Steven?
Oh, I want to hear what James has to say so badly.
All right, Steven.
Who is this guy? I didn't even notice. I didn't realize he seems different.
Steven and Steven. James, congratulations. You're going to Worlds. Give it up, everybody. For our second North American representative, I want to talk about that last duel and specifically the final moments, the one of triple tactics talents to take it. Walk me through your thoughts in the final play.
So my hand was actually really bad. I had a Kusanagi node and then a thrust, which was also dead because of the droll. So after that happened, I just thought, okay, what is my win con here? Okay, it's taking the token and just trying to attack for game.
Let's go win con.
If I use the ritual spell to summon from deck, he would have to, negate it. Otherwise, he wouldn't have a chance to negate anything again. And if my hand was actually playable, I could just kill him through that if he didn't negate it. So he was forced to.
Well, I love hearing your thought process because last time I interviewed you, you mentioned how much you've been grinding, how it's helped you just be able to play out these moments smoothly. And I want to go back to the beginning of your year's journey. You grinded a lot of regionals to get to this point. What do you think you would have said if I went back in time a year from now and said, you're going to Worlds?
I guess I would have been pleasantly surprised.
Pleasantly surprised is a good way to put it. Well, James, you gave a lot of shout outs to a lot of people the first time that I introduced you onto the stage. I want to give you a chance to shout them all out because I'm sure that they're all happy for you and cheering you on right now.
Yeah, I just want to shout out everyone who has been cheering me on. Like, there's too many people to name. Like, everyone has just been amazing.
All right, shout out to everybody, especially on the team that helped you prepare for this.
Aww.
Again, everybody give it up for James. He's going to be repping our region proudly at the World Championships. Congratulations on that, but stick around because we're going to have to give you your prizes. But before then, back to the casters.
We're just clapping back here because it's just a standing ovation for great dueling. That is wild. If you traded a single card to James, you are part of just that story of getting him to this stage and sending him to Paris, France to represent North America.
All right, I think I'm
just wow.
And
I'm gonna call it. This was kind of fun.
Like me and people like
I'll
James,
see if I can do the NAWCQ or like
I saw it and went, ain't no way he thought of
but,
that. Oh no, he did the whole.
I don't know, maybe
that was
not.
His game plan from day one. That's why he wasn't shocked
Let's
when it
go.
happened. He's like, I planned for this, I made it happen, and now he's going to Paris.
Just great levels of experience. And it shows you why the caliber of duelists that we see at the World's qualifying points playoff, obviously everybody in the main event is very
Oh, hey,
good
Leo's
too,
on.
But these are duelists who have topped consistently again.
All right,
and again
we'll say
and
hi to
again. So
Leo.
It's a real treat to watch. It's just gorgeous. Great Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, it's the best. And I believe...
All right, he's doing Master Duel
of
ranked.
Some of the best players. We have a little bit of a prize presentation to do for you guys back over at the stage.
Okay, yeah.
All right, thanks for joining me.
One more time to see some prizes.
This has kind of been impromptu. But
everybody live here at the Indianapolis Convention Center, please give it up for our first 2 North American representatives.
Let's go. All right, that's all I gotta say. Maybe I'll go on tonight. Depends on when I have. I might have to take care of some errands. Tomorrow, I still haven't decided whether I want to do any WCQ, watch party, whatever. But if I do, I'll probably just play Pocket. Okay, bye bye.